Higurashi.
Last
Higurashi.
time on Higurashi.
Higurashi. Mina Goroshi. Um, so to fill you all in on what's been happening, if you need to know or if you forgot, which is okay, it's been a week and everybody's attention span is very short nowadays. So last time on Higurashi, well, the last couple times on Higurashi, Rika, as we all know, this is big spoiler if you're not caught up, but you're here now. I'm spoiling this shit. Let's go. Rika has been reliving everything over and over and over and over again. She started out, she was born, she got up to like when she was like 10, she died, and then it started over from somewhere, we don't know where. And each time it starts over, her life starts over, it starts later and later. Because there is a girl named Hanyu with like little devil horns. She's not human, she's from a different world, who she can only see. Hanyu kind of like inhabits Rika's body and has magical powers to reset everything. So Rika is trying to, with each reset, trying to escape her fate of dying. She has no idea who's killing her, no idea who would want to kill her, because everybody in Hinamizawa loves her, and that's not like everybody loves her. Everybody basically worships her because they think she is the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama, their god, their deity. And they're kind of right, because Hanyu is who they think like Oyashiro-sama is. Like Oyashiro-sama is like completely different in their mind, but Hanyu is basically Oyashiro-sama. So the loop we're in right now is Rika has like 2 weeks before Watanagashi. So she does not have a lot of time before she dies. So she is really like trying everything. And it turns out the 3 characters that usually go insane and fuck everything up in these timelines, Keiichi, Rena, and Shion, there are 3, they seem to have memories in this timeline of previous timelines where they went insane. And they ended up like preventing themselves going insane. So Rika, this is not Kingdom Hearts Blem. No. So
It's
Rika,
never Kingdom Hearts.
never.
Around. Not if I have anything to say about it.
No. What? Side note: why the fuck do they say her name like Shion? That's like like Shion from like Kingdom Hearts. The way some of the characters say it is like Shion, and I'm like, why are you calling her a bitch? That's French for dog. And if you say, well, it's more like Chien. Like if you say Chien, that's female dog. So you would be saying bitch. So literally Shion from Kingdom Hearts is her name is dog. And so is Shion from Higurashi. Anyway. Anyway, where was I? I got sidetracked by Kingdom Hearts. Thank you, Blem. Appreciate it. Awesome. So these 3 characters prevented going insane, and Rika's like, okay, so our odds, our RNG is pretty good right now, so I think this might be the timeline where things actually go well. So instead of like preventing Takano or punishing Takano or whatever for going into the ritual storehouse, Rika was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let you inside so she can get on good terms with Takano. Because Takano has some connections to the mountain dogs, which we don't really know anything about, but apparently they're the best security in the country. So Rika was like, hey, I need you to take me seriously, Takano and Tomitake. Somebody's trying to kill me. I don't know who. I need security. I need help with this. And they took her seriously. Not necessarily, but they did take action. They did tell EDA about it as well.
Yeah.
And they hired the mountain dogs to protect Rika. So they follow Rika. The mountain chien. It's French for dog. It's true. Thank you for that clip. I appreciate it. Chinese too. Wait,
What?
Oh, Xian. I read Chinese. It had similar, like, okay. I seem weird right now. Listen. Dyslexia. That's not dyslexia. It looked like Chinese. Xian, too, if women dog.
That's what
Got
you mean. It looks like it said the word Chinese, not that everything was suddenly in Mandarin. I was very concerned.
No. I mean, Xian, the word looks like it says Chinese. That's what I'm saying.
I
anyway.
understand.
Okay. My fumble. My blunder. Okay. Mountain dogs. EDA. They know about it. Okay, so one day, everything's going good. Rika's being protected. She even, like, tries to start a fight, I guess, and then these guys come over and are like, bitch, put her down. I'm going through a very Chinese moment. I'm sorry.
Where is that from? That's from something. A very Chinese moment.
I'm having a
I've
Chinese
heard that
moment.
before.
That's very silly. Anyway. Rika, Satoko goes missing one day, and Rika's like, oh, fuck. Because everything was going so well that she was convinced that she was going to escape her fate. But basically, she admits through the narration that even if she's able to, she cannot live her life without Satoko. And it's very clear that she is just madly in love with Satoko. And we find out Teppei has come back. Teppei has come back and has taken Satoko into his custody. And so Rika's just like, I can't fucking handle this, and kind of goes insane. She's
despair maxing.
What?
She's despair maxing.
She's despair maxing. I don't blame her. She's gone through this, like, same timeline and hasn't, like, lived past the age of 10, and has done this so long. It's been like 100 years. And now, like, the girl that she loves so much is just fucking being abused by her uncle now, and she doesn't know what to do. She can't do anything. So she goes to Takano and Irie and is like, you guys have to do something. And they're like, well, we'll just have to wait and see. Or, oh, well, we'll just have to call child protection services. No. She's like, that's not gonna work. We need to do something. You need to get the mountain dogs. You need to do something about this. And they're like, well, no, Teppei Hojo's, like, house is being watched and monitored by police. We can't really do that. We have to wait until the police stop watching him. And so Rika kind of has a breakdown. And I believe that's, like, where we left off.
Yeah, things aren't going good for Rika at the moment.
They aren't going good. Like, they were going...
Let's be real. When is it ever different?
She thought everything was perfect, and technically, maybe everything is perfect, and maybe she actually won't die at the end of this timeline, but it's not perfect because she can't have Satoko, and she's pissed off about it. She is distraught about it.
Without Satoko, her life is not worth living.
Yeah. Also, hi, Evie. And hi, King. Everybody's here! Well, now you're all caught up and you know exactly what's happening in Higurashi. Let's go. We were, like, in the middle of a chapter, but we were both very tired last stream.
We were dying.
The plot of
Someone had put, like, sleeping pills in both of our drinks.
I don't know what was happening. I got a coffee today because I was like, I don't want to be as tired as I was last time. So if I need it and I want to be crazy and have coffee in the afternoon, like, woohoo! The plot of the series is absolutely insane. I love it a lot. Okay, a lot of it does remind me of Silent Hill F, or rather, Silent Hill F reminds me of Higurashi, like, especially the cyclical nature of it. And,
Yes.
with each chapter just being a repeat with little differences, definitely major differences between the chapters. And I brought it up when they were doing like the game thing, like the amount of times like they were doing like some fucking game or playing mahjong or like anything, and we were like, we've already seen this sort of shit. Let's just skip through it. That is exactly what it's supposed to make you feel, because that's what Rika feels like. It's
Every damn
good.
day.
What'd you say?
Every damn day.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go. This is Rika, right?
Yeah.
I will be the narration, and then we can switch each scene.
Sure.
I dragged my body to school, hoping that Satoko might be there. But just as I expected, there was no one sitting in her seat. I felt all the more devastated just seeing it empty. I had nothing left to bet on. All I could do was get hurt and suffer devastation. Blood flowed from my broken heart and found its way out through my eyes in the form of tears. Give me Chie.
Is something wrong, Furude-san? Is Hojo-san absent today?
The whole class was wondering why I came in late today and why Satoko wasn't with me. But even if I felt sympathy from everyone's eyes on me, I didn't feel any promise from them. No one here was able to save Satoko. No one could save her. Why should I have to keep smiling at all these useless people? This world is finished anyway. If I leave matters alone, then a few days after the Watanagashi festival, my movie reel will be cut as I'm murdered like usual, and I will return to the beginning of this month again. So I'll continue to live forever in June 1983. Trapped here. Even death won't set me free from that prison.
Furude-san, please talk to me if something has happened. Where is Hojo-san? Is she sick?
Shut up! The whole class gasped. No one expected Rika Furude to talk like that. I, myself, made such blunt statements a few times in several past worlds, but it was always the first time anyone in that world heard anything like that. It must have been very easy for them, and I envied it.
Furude-san.
Chie was standing there dumbfounded. I stood up from my seat. If Satoko wasn't around, I didn't want to be locked up inside of this humid place. I'm going home. I'm not coming here anymore. Goodbye. I felt like saying something like that. However, I retained the small hope that Satoko might go to school the next day, so I kept it to myself. However, Chie wouldn't let me go. She grabbed me by the arm and dragged me to the teacher's office instead. Chie told me to take a seat on a couch by the principal's office. She had no right to tell me what to do. I could just escape through the open window. As I didn't have that kind of energy, however, I sat on the couch as she told me to. I realized then that I didn't even have the energy to be rebellious. Maybe Satoko felt the same. She lost the energy to rebel, and so she was simply obeying her uncle.
Furude-san, please tell me what's going on. I'm sure I can help you.
Chie spoke to me, but I already knew that her words were empty. All she would do was call the child consultation center. She wouldn't go to the Hojo residence and pull Satoko out of there. So there was no point in even discussing the topic with her. If I told her, she wouldn't keep it to herself. And shortly, everyone would know about what was happening with Satoko. That would only result in chaos. If they call the child consultation center, the staff from there will go and visit Satoko. Her uncle will deny the abuse, and Satoko will also deny it because of the guilt she feels over Satoshi leaving. Shortly after, they'll find out about the false report Satoko made before, and they'll decide to not proceed any further. Her uncle will allow Satoko to go to school for a few days, but his abuse will get worse because he'll think she's the one who called the child consultation center. He'll do horrible things to her, just like her aunt did last year. I keep saying aunt, and I'm wondering if my vernacular is just changing. There's no... Okay, what should we say about the content warnings for this game?
Content warnings for gore, child abuse, implied sexual abuse of minors, inappropriate sexual jokes, mentions of pedophilia.
We glaze over those, to be quite honest.
You're fine. Paranoia.
Yeah. A lot of general, like, horror stuff, but yeah, there's definitely themes of, like, child abuse. But I will say, it handles it very well.
Yes.
And we already went through the worst chapter that covered it. But it is dipping a little into that territory once again. But for some context, the writer, Ryukishi, used to be a child protection services dude. So he's got a lot of respect for this type of like he's got a lot of respect for kids going through it, is what I'm saying. And it shows both through Higurashi and Silent Hill F a lot. So thank you for reminding me that we need to have the content warning.
Yeah, I forgot to. It's my bad.
It's all good. We have forgotten the past couple streams, but if you want to put it in the chat and then just pin it, we can do that.
Me?
Yeah, if you want to do that. Because you can pin stuff.
I can. It's just a matter of typing all this shit out. Give me a minute.
I'll continue the narration as you do that. Calling the child consultation center will not help Satoko. It will instead put her in an even worse situation. It's better not to notify them at all. But if we don't report it, then how else is this world supposed to improve? No. Nothing is going to change. There's nothing that can be done once this unfortunate fate overtakes Satoko. Or I'll wait for you. You thing.
You say Hojo-san's uncle is back. Is that true?
I had somehow answered all of Chie's questions without noticing. I knew that nothing would change whether I spoke to her or not, so I just told her everything, because I had no energy to rebel.
I understand what's going on now. This is horrible.
So, now that you know what's going on, what can you do?
Thank you, Cal. Chie answered right away, without faltering, already used to my spiteful tone.
I will visit her house today. I need to see Satoko-chan and talk to her first.
Then if there's a problem, you're going to call the child consultation center, right? They have it on record showing that she made false reports in the past. They'll never do anything unless there's proof of abuse. They're just like the police, who don't start investigations until after someone's dead. They won't do anything unless Satoko is killed. When that happens, this is what both the school and the child consultation center will say. We never saw this coming. She was such a bright girl. They'll just repeat the same words as if they were scripted. You people are idiots!
I believe that the people from the center will do something about it. I will make sure to tell them that she needs help.
You've done the same in previous lives, too. I wasn't denying her passion, but I couldn't say that there was meaning to it. The problem wasn't with Chie. The problem was with them. No matter how hard Chie tried to seek help from child services, it meant nothing as long as they held biased notions about Satoko. Oh.
It doesn't matter if they find proof of abuse or not!
I suddenly heard a voice from the hallway. It was Shion's voice. Chie shouted,
Who's there?
and heard Mion gasp, "Crap!" They must have been listening to our conversation. They were having a quiet discussion outside the door, but Shion accidentally raised her voice. She gets so violent sometimes. 4 people entered into the room from the hallway. Mion, Shion, Keiichi, and Rena.
I told you to stay in class. Go back to the classroom. We can't. Not in this situation. What are you going to do if something happens to Satoko? Do you want to be responsible for that? There's no time to waste. We have to do something right now. My sis is saying that things will get worse unless there's some kind of proof of abuse. But it'll be too late once there is. Do you want to see Satoko dead, Mion?
That's not what I'm trying to say. Like I told you, Satoko once made a false report to the abuse hotline, and they have that record at the Child Consultation Center. Without proof, they won't investigate her case any further. Just think about what that means. It'll only make her uncle more furious. Satoko's situation will get even worse.
What the hell? They're supposed to help her before something happens, right? Are they really not going to do anything unless she's seriously injured?
Calm down, you two. I feel the same as Shi-chan and Keiichi-kun. I don't want to wait until something bad happens. But we need to think about what we can do.
What can we do? Talk to the Child Consultation Center, right? If we had the guarantee they'd help her, it'd all be fine. But Mion, you're saying it's highly likely they'll put her case on hold, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what I think they'll do, just like last year. On top of that, she was in an even worse situation then. They put her case on hold even though Satoko was already in horrible shape. But this time, it's only been a day since her uncle took her away. Plus, her uncle has legal custody of her.
We don't need to be so roundabout. All we have to do is ambush that bastard and kill him. Shi-chan, you can't do that. Satoshi-kun wouldn't want that. Then how should we save Satoko? Satoshi-kun entrusted me. He trusted me to look after Satoko. If anything happens to Satoko, I could never face him again. Having our hands tied until after Satoko's been thoroughly abused isn't an option. When a crime is taking place right before your eyes, is reporting it the first thing you do? No, it isn't. You stop it. We have to stop this ourselves.
Calm down, Shion.
You're the head of the Sonozaki family, aren't you? Use your power to save Satoko. You can do it, can't you? You have enough power to save her. I know, the hag's policy is to stay completely out of Hojo affairs because of her grudge over the dam conflict, right? Ugh, no matter what happens to Satoko, the Sonozaki main branch intends to ignore it, don't they? If neither the Child Consultation Center nor the Sonozaki family can save her, I have to do it on my own. I'm going to do it. I'm going to kill that pig! I'm going to do it right now! It's not going to take more than 1,500 seconds for me to get to her house and stab him to death. What can you do in 1,500 seconds? You can't do anything, can you? I'm going to do it. I'm going to help her. Let me go!
Shion's going crazy anyway.
Right now! Ah! Shion-san, settle down. Stop saying that or you're going to get in big trouble.
They were desperately discussing how to save her. I just sat on the couch and... What?
Hurt my throat, screaming.
I'm so sorry. No!
That's fine.
I just sat on the couch and stared at them vaguely. Oh, I love her curry.
She always has just like a plate of curry there.
Is that real curry or is it like a weird plush toy curry?
No, that's a drawing.
That's a drawing? You say?
Yeah. The entire thing's a drawing. That lamp, not real.
Fucking no! Look at the curry. It looks like it's stitched together. Is
Those
what I'm
keys,
saying.
that's a drawing.
It's god damn it.
It's all fiction, fabrication. I'm sorry you had to find out like this. Rika didn't happen.
God damn it. Is that even gonna work? Yeah, there you go. I had seen this same discussion many times in many different situations. I was tired of listening to it. The only difference was that everything was happening a few days earlier than usual.
Rika?
It's okay. I'm not going to expect anything good anymore.
Yikes.
I don't have any hope left in my heart.
Hanyu made a sad expression. I couldn't tell if she was sad about her fate or if she was taking pity on me. Yoma. Don't die. Maybe you need some seltzer water too. I've always loved this background of like the car, like
Yes.
the window. Like
This was a drawing too.
it used to be a photo, and they drew over it.
If we were using the old backgrounds, I wouldn't be able to make this joke.
Just as she promised, Chie went to Satoko's house after school. It had only been a day since Satoko's uncle took her away. She wouldn't be able to tell if he'd hurt her already or not. If the students hadn't made such a big fuss about it, Chie would have waited a couple of days before going to her house. She already knew, however, about what happened to Satoko the previous year. She also knew that her uncle was abusing her just like her aunt, and that he had neglected to act as her guardian for the whole year. Considering those factors, it might not have been too soon for her to visit the Hojo residence. Satoko hadn't shown up in school that day. No one called the school to explain her absence. That alone was proof that her uncle wasn't taking responsibility as her guardian. Chie was going to her house to see what was going on with her own eyes. She parked the car in the street and checked the map she brought from the school. It said Hojo residence on the sign in front of the house. Chie was certain that this had to be the place. The window on the second floor was open, and she could see a curtain hanging there. From that window, she could hear the laughing voices of several men. Old men. Specifically old men. No one had answered the phone when she called right before leaving the school. She could also hear the clicking noise of mahjong tiles, along with the voices. Always with the mahjong. It's
A very popular game.
It's very popular. She had never played mahjong before, 'cause she's a woman! Just kidding. But had a pretty good idea that that was it from the way the men were talking. It's the mahjong that's turning him evil. If they were playing mahjong, there must have been 3 other men inside the house. Her students had told her that Satoko's uncle was a very, very violent man. The mahjong is making him violent. Chie was a teacher. True, but she was also just a young lady. She felt hesitant to ring the doorbell after hearing their disgusting laughter. Yeah, as we learned from last stream, mahjong is a man's game, not an old woman's game.
Only men can arrange tiles in a row.
Like I said, manjong. No!
I love manjong.
Fucking, like I said last stream, mahjong always struck me as the game that your grandma plays on the Windows 98 computer.
No, I fully agree.
She felt hesitant to ring the doorbell after hearing their disgusting laughter. Ugh, men. But courage drove her forward. She made her decision and rang the doorbell. She heard the bell ring inside the house. But the laughing voices continued to echo from the second floor. It seemed as though they didn't hear the bell. She rang the bell again, and this time the laughter stopped for a moment. Someone must have heard the sound. But
So
soon
true,
after... Dude, imagine a grandma that plays Yakuza. That'd be fucking awesome.
There was
Oh.
that one, like, old lady on YouTube. She's, like, in her fucking 80s, and she plays hella video games. She's, like, super into them. And
Was
it's
she
so
the one who,
cool.
like, loved Skyrim?
Maybe there's a couple of gaming grandmas.
I love it. I don't know,
I'm
maybe
thinking
there's
of
a
the one that's
few.
super into JRPGs. She's got, like, a name that has something to do with dogs. I can't
Aw.
remember what it is. Food for dogs. Food for dogs. That's it. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah, there
Check out
is.
Food for Dogs. She's awesome.
I gotta check that out. That just warms my heart. I love when like older people are like. I'm sorry to like for this small tangent before we go into Satoko's abusive household, but this is the levity we need right now. Fucking. Oh no, the ADHD. Where'd it go? Oh no, fuck. I forgot what I was talking about. Grandmas, old people playing video games. Here we go. Pokemon Go. That was it, right? The mobile game. So many old people played that, and it was so charming. Like, the amount of times I would, like, go out to eat, and there'd be, like, an old couple, like, in the booth behind me talking about Pokemon Go was so beautiful. Like, I remember this old guy, he was like, I keep catching all these caterpies. What's all with all these caterpies? They're everywhere. It's just like... And one, like, I on my daily walk, for a bit, there was this, like, gym that I would go to, and if I was able to, I would take over the gym, or I would add Pokemon to the gym if they were Team Valor. And, I saw somebody was in the midst of, like, taking over the gym, so I was like, alright, I'll leave that. And then I saw it was, Team Valor, and it was, like, the gym leader was, like, Grampy or something, and I was like, what? And then I turn around and I see this old couple, and I'm like, that's so cute! Video games bring everyone together, especially...
It's true.
Especially ones where old people can play them.
I miss Pokemon Go Summer. That was one of the best.
That was a
good time.
There were two good things about 2016. Pokemon Go and the all-girls Ghostbusters, even though nobody liked it but me.
I think it is a fun time, but not a very good movie.
Fun movie? Pretty garbage. I loved it.
It's fun, and people disliked it for the wrong reasons, and those wrong reasons were misogyny.
Yeah, most of the reason was misogyny. It was a perfect cast in a bad movie. So, anyway, that was 10 years ago.
All I remember is that one of those chicks became a juggalo later, and I was like, hell yeah.
Oh, what's her fucking name? I have a crush on her. The hot Ghostbuster.
I couldn't tell you.
Anyway, it was 10 years ago, yeah. But soon after, they started laughing again. It didn't sound like anyone was coming to get the door. Bust in, Chie! She thought someone heard the bell, but perhaps not. Chie was sure they were home, of course. She couldn't leave just because no one was answering the door. She knocked and yelled loudly this time.
Hello? Are you home, Hojo-san?
Finally, the laughter stopped and a man with a scary look on his face opened the door. You want to be Tepe or you want me?
Who the fuck are you?
You could be Tepe, yeah.
Shut up and get the hell out of here!
Chie felt intimidated by him, but her heart was filled with the teacher's pride and responsibility.
Hello? Are you Hojo-san? I am...
Before she could introduce herself, Tepe screamed at her.
Just shut up! I don't need no newspaper, no milk, no insurance. I'm busy right now. I'm working.
I'm working here. I'm playing mahjong with the boys, with the guys. People in the room laughed when he told her he was working. Chie wouldn't give up. She continued to speak.
I'm the teacher at the Hinamizawa branch school. My name is Chie. Is Satoko Hojo-san here? Huh? What the hell? What do you want with Satoko? I came here because she didn't come to school today. I wasn't able to get a hold of her, so I'm wondering what happened. Huh? School? Yes, is she home? I need to talk with her. She's sick. That's right, she has a cold. Satoko's resting because she has a fever. I need to give her some handouts. May I please see her? Fucking idiot. Weren't you listening to what I just said? Satoko is sick. She's sleeping right now. I can't let you see her. I see. Do you think she can come to school tomorrow? Who knows? I won't know until then! Idiot! I see. Alright. Please tell her that I came by. Thank you.
Chie bowed, but by the time she lifted up her head, Teppei was no longer there. When Chie returned to the school, several students emerged from the classroom. They were Keiichi, Rena, Mion, and Shion. Rika was also still inside the classroom, but she wouldn't come outside, so this is just general narrator, I guess.
Chie-sensei, how did it go?
You went to Satoko's house, right?
You were all waiting for me?
Chie-sensei, how is Satoko doing? Was she okay?
Well, I didn't get to see her. What the hell were you doing? You're a teacher, right? You came back just because he didn't let you see her?
Stop it, Shion. That's about what we expected.
I'm sure Satoko has a bruise on her face by now. That's why he didn't want you to see her. You should have just ran in the house. I can't even trust you anymore. I'm sorry. Stop it, Chi-chan. She did the best she could.
Now we know for sure. Satoko's uncle definitely has her locked up inside the house.
We knew that from the start. Rika-chan has been telling you all day today. We wasted half a day just to find out that that's true. How the hell do you think you can help Satoko?
Calm down. Let's make a plan. We care about her just as much as you do. We're not going to abandon her. Let's come up with a way to save Satoko.
I already gave you my opinion, didn't I? It's the best solution we have. I can handle it all by myself.
Chapter 7 Shion would absolutely obliterate Chapter 5 Shion with her beam.
So true. She'd look at herself and be like, what the fuck are you doing? You're awful. I only need your help to hide his body. Stop it, Chi-chan. Stop saying such violent things. Murder is a serious crime. It's the worst thing you can even think about. Then give me a different idea. If my idea is wrong, then give me a different one, even if it's only a little bit better. Come on! Come on! See? You can't even say anything! I can save Satoko in 1,500 seconds! I'll just drag his body to the Onigafuchi swamp and dump him in there. I don't even need your help, sis. What's wrong? Why don't you come up with another idea for saving her? That's not the point! If you try to figure it out by yourself, that's all you'll think of. Let me tell you something. 1,500 seconds? That's taking way too long. I would save her within 1,000 seconds. If I were you, I'd just live here silently and do what I want to do. Do you know why I'm not doing that? It's because someone told me once that even if it's the only option you have, murder is still something that you should never do. It's not the right thing to do, and it's never the best thing to do either. You just think it's the best solution because you're not thinking properly.
Yep. A long time ago. I don't know who told me this, but someone taught it to me. Is this Rena?
Maybe.
If
If there's
there-
something that troubles you,
Go for it.
you can think about it all on your own. You can't think that your own solution is the best way to conclude things. We should all think about it together. If we all brainstorm, I'm sure we'll come up with a better solution. It's not about whether my idea is wrong or right. Just think about it. Every minute we waste puts Satoko in more danger.
She's talking like Keiichi did in Chapter 3.
Do you hate the Hojo family that much? No one is supposed to help Satoshi-kun and Satoko, no matter how much they're struggling. I'm going to help her. Get out of my way! I'm leaving right now! I'm going to stab that loser and save Satoko! No, Shi-chan! You guys should curse yourselves! Curse your powerlessness! Fine! Brainstorm for another idea. You'll never come up with one. Just go ahead and neglect her! You've never really cared about Satoko! You only think of her as someone you could play with! But I'm different! She's more than just a friend for me! She's like my family! I care about her more than you guys do! I'm gonna kill her now! Goodbye!
She only cares about Satoko because Satoshi, told her to. Wait a minute.
What is it? Are you trying to stop me?
Shion, you're not understanding even half of what Rena is trying to tell you.
What? I totally understand what she's saying. We can save her right away with just a little courage needed to murder him, but she's spouting hypocritical garbage to hide that fact.
Shion, do you think Satoko would appreciate it if you saved her by committing murder?
I'm not trying to seek her appreciation. I don't care what happens to me. Her happiness is all that matters.
That's not right. You're talking tough, but I know you're scared. In fact, you asked Mion to help you hide the body. In other words, you want to have a normal life after killing her uncle. You want us all to be happy, just like a few days ago. You want us to be back where we were. But if you murder him, we'll never be like that again. Do you think you can really commit a perfect crime? You'll be arrested for sure. I wonder if Keiichi's remembering when he was thinking like this.
Ugh, I'm prepared to face that. If I could end Satoko's suffering by doing time behind bars, I'd gladly pay that price.
No, that's absolutely not true. You would curse yourself, and I'd bet on that. You would curse yourself and regret it, wondering how you drew the short straw and became a murderer. Then you'd finally realize what you really wanted. It wasn't killing her uncle. It was returning us all to our happy lives. Your wish will never come true if you commit murder. Satoko will also curse herself. She'll blame herself, thinking she's the reason Shion became a murderer. In fact, who's going to force Satoko to eat her squash if you get locked up? I could have delivered that better. Who's going to talk about setting up mean traps with Satoko? You're supposed to do those things. Shion Sonozaki, you have to be by her side at all times. Don't kid yourself. What you're trying to do is not for Satoko. It's just a huge mistake.
If that's what you're saying, do you have any idea of how to save her? You don't, do you? You're such a hypocrite! I said move! I'm killing him! I'm going to kill him now!
Keiichi blocked her way by standing in front of the door. Shion gave him a hateful glare, but he just sent her back a confident smile. Yeah, that's what a smile looks like. I can't let you go, Shion. The world we all long for it doesn't exist without you. I'm not going to let you go.
Is that so? That means you're siding with Teppei Hojo. You're just as guilty as he is. I'm gonna bust your head open and kill you first!
I do really like that they're going for the listen, he absolutely deserves it, but consider everything else angle instead of it's wrong, don't, from Keiichi. Yeah, I do like that too. Justified murder, but don't do it. Hey! Don't be stupid, Shion! Quit it already!
Shion-san! What are you going to do with that chair? Stop it! Put that chair down! He doesn't understand that I'm serious! I have to show him how determined I am! You better get the hell out of my way, now!
Shion, I admit that right now I have no better idea, but that's just for the moment. I'm sure that we will come up with a better idea eventually. I guarantee it. I promise you that we're going to save Satoko, so please, okay? Trust your friends.
If you're afraid of committing murder for Satoko's sake, you're not my friend anymore. I'm not gonna tell you this again! Get the hell out of my way!
Calm down and think about what you're saying. We will save Satoko somehow. Just trust us. Don't try and look for a shortcut. Trust your friends. Trust me. I, Keiichi Maibara, am going to save Satoko for sure. You can bet on it.
Shut up! I can't trust you! What do you think you could do for her?
Shion! Shion threw the chair at Keiichi. It hit him hard and the chair fell to the floor with a loud noise. But Keiichi was unfazed, even after being struck. He just stood in front of the exit without even covering his face. Oh. Wait, he wasn't unfazed. A trail of blood was pouring from his forehead where the corner of the chair hurt him. Oh no, that's not good. He looks fine though. That was nothing. You thought I would move out of the way? I'm not going to move from here, even if you kill me. If I let you go, we might never see you again. Satoko will think about you every day, and her heart will be filled with sadness. If that happens, there won't be anything we can do to make her happy. It's going to be a very sad life for her. I don't want Satoko to live in a sad world like that. The future that we want is a wild and riotous one. Riotous? Just like what we had until a few days ago. Of course, I won't let Satoko's uncle threaten her any longer. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet, but I will know soon. I promise. So please, just trust me. Shion wasn't yet convinced, but even so, she walked to the window and took her seat. Somebody rested a hand on Keiichi's shoulder. It was the principal. He had been standing there and listening to him for a while.
Principal.
Well done! Chie-sensei, I've heard what's going on.
I'm sorry for being so powerless.
I know it's only been a day, but I think this is an emergency. We should report this to the proper authorities.
But sir, she has called the Child Consultation Center before.
You're not gonna help her anyway. It's just a waste of time.
Shion raised her voice. The principal looked at Shion and started talking.
Shion Sonozaki-kun,
There's one word that I really don't like. Do you know what that is?
it's what you just said. The anyway that came out of your mouth. That is the cruelest word, which means admitting defeat before you even fight. By the time you've uttered that word, you've already lost your battle.
I agree with him. I think we should try various options. Calling the Child Consultation Center should be the first on the list. If that doesn't work, we can try a second and third options. Don't give up before you try. That's just as bad as not helping her at all.
Principal, if you're reporting this, then you'll make sure to convince them that Satoko needs saving, right?
Of course! Hojo-kun is my precious student.
It's interesting that he's calling them Kun.
I'll do my best so that they will save her.
They'll try to take action as quickly as possible, so if we call now, they should get to her house later tonight.
I hope they will help her. But what if they put her case on hold?
If that happens, we should come up with our next plan. As long as we don't give up, we can help her somehow. Whatever you guys say! Satoko is getting hurt as we speak. Who's the one abandoning her here?
Shion, I just promised you. We are going to save Satoko. Not by committing murder, but by saving her in a way that will make her happy. You just watch us. I, Keiichi Maibara, am promising you this. Shion stared out the window without looking at Keiichi's face.
I'll try and find out what the consultation center decides tonight. I'll call everyone when I do.
I hope they'll take her into custody.
We can't be optimistic about this. I think there's a huge chance that they'll put her case on hold. What are we gonna do if that happens?
If that happens, well, then we kill him. Damn it!
Chie-sensei, let's go to the teacher's office. We need to make this call.
Yes. We need to make sure they really understand.
They left the classroom. Keiichi, Rena, and Mion got together and discussed their other options. Shion was looking down and crying. Rika was just vaguely looking at them as if staring at a boring TV drama. Nothing will change. The Child Consultation Center will put her case on hold. I've seen it so many times in previous lives. I almost hope that they will take her into custody just this once. But I have no more coins left to gamble on a hope like that. In a previous life, Keiichi killed Satoko's uncle, but Shion was not there when that happened. When she is, I suppose she's the one who takes on that role. Their pathetic hopes will be crushed by tomorrow morning. The social worker will be at her house tonight, but Satoko will deny that she's being abused. Her uncle will assume that she was the one who called the service, and he'll abuse her even more. She will come to school tomorrow because he doesn't want the Child Consultation Center to be suspicious of him. We will feel more and more hopeless when we see the dead look in Satoko's eyes. I've been living for more than 100 years, but I've never defeated this fate. Thank you, Ash. Hi. The fate of her uncle's return. I was blessed with so much luck, and I thought I could defeat it this time. But in the end, it all came down to the same thing. It doesn't even matter. It was a waste of energy to put in any effort. I was right. It was worthless. All worthless. The more I thought about this inescapable fate, the more I pitied these people for talking endlessly about how they were going to save Satoko. Chapter end. There we go. And now,
break, methinks.
Time for a break. I was just thinking, I'm really glad I changed my alerts to not be as crazy, because that little swing is so like nice and also not very disruptive at all.
I think we read this tip and then we go for the break.
Let's read this tip
in 4 minutes or less.
Yeah. All right, for you.
Teppei returned to Hinamizawa to escape some trouble. He'd have to stay there for the rest of the summer, perhaps the whole year, and see what happened. For him, the house in Hinamizawa was a rather dull hiding place. His lover, Rina, had suddenly disappeared. Rumors told him she was involved in some dangerous deal. Some source even told him that she'd already been caught and killed. Everyone he knew was aware that Rina was living with him. Everyone also assumed that he knew everything about what Rina did. They were convinced that he got money by tricking her into doing something, and as a result, some dangerous men came after him. That made it difficult for him to stay in Okinomiya. More than anything, it pissed him off to find out that Rina was cooking up something behind his back with some other guys. Hinamizawa was about the only place he could go. He couldn't go back to the house where he used to live with his wife, as it had been abandoned since he moved into Satoko's house. Besides, he didn't even have the key to his old place. But if he went to Satoko's house, she should still be there, and she could clean and cook for him, too. Teppei didn't know how to cook or clean, and he certainly wasn't thinking of learning. Mina had often been rebellious towards Teppei. He often said that he wanted to be with someone more loyal, like a pet. For Teppei, Satoko was exactly what he wanted. As Satoko is still a little kid, she can't satisfy him sexually,
God.
but he can at least make her wash his back in the bath.
Ugh.
Satoko's dead mother used to be a pretty woman. Satoko might grow up to become a pretty lady herself in about 4 or 5 years.
Disgusting man.
Teppei headed back to Hinamizawa with those indecent thoughts in his head.
Ugh.
The house was locked, so he assumed that she was at the market for grocery shopping. He found her at the store and dragged her back home. However, the house was full of dust. She'd been living at her friend's house for the past year, and the house had been abandoned. Teppei exploded in anger. He told her that it was her responsibility to keep the house in order. He beat her and kicked her down to the floor. Eventually, Satoko's expression returned to what he remembered from 1982. Satoko started obeying him immediately and cleaned up the house. A new place to hide with a new girl. His new life was starting out pretty good. Teppei called his buddies to show off his new beginning and ended up playing mahjong with them. He bragged about his new pet and made her serve them foods and drinks. He told her to walk on all fours like a real pet.
Ugh. Ugh.
She refused, but she obeyed immediately when he tried to hit her.
Oh, fucking disgusting, man.
Everyone was laughing and they were all jealous of him. Teppei felt really good about himself. However, someone arrived to interrupt his perfect life. I'm a teacher from the Hinabizawa branch school. My name is Chie. Is Satoko Hojo-san here? He thought someone was at his door to sell insurance or something. But it was a school teacher. Huh? What the hell? What do you want with Satoko? I came here because she didn't come to school today. I wasn't able to get a hold of her, so I'm wondering what happened. School? Yes. Is she home? I need to talk with her. She's sick. Yeah, that's right, she has a cold. Satoko's resting because she has a fever. I need to give her some handouts. May I please see her? You idiot! Weren't you listening to what I just said? Satoko is sick. She's sleeping right now. I can't let you see her. This was going to cause him some problems, Teppei realized. Satoko was just a pet for him, and he had no intention of sending her to school. But her teacher had shown up at his house just because she missed one day. This wasn't good. Teppei hates schools, and he really hates teachers. I see. Do you think she can come to school tomorrow? Who knows? I won't know until tomorrow. You idiot! I see. All right. Please tell her that I came by. Thank you. He was able to get rid of the teacher, but it would create more problems if he didn't send Satoko to school tomorrow. Teppei didn't even need even more trouble on his place. That meant he couldn't beat up Satoko like he wanted to. Violence was the only way he knew how to communicate. With that out of the picture, it was very difficult for him. He wanted to beat up Satoko, but that would leave evidence on her body. If that happened, he wouldn't be able to send her to school. And if she didn't go to school, that teacher would show up at his doorstep again. Shit. On top of all that, the Child Consultation Center paid a visit to his house that night. The teacher must have filed a report. That bitch, Teppei thought. Next time I'll beat her in the face so hard she'll need plastic surgery. Since Satoko was afraid of him, she pretended she really was sick when the social worker visited. It was so easy for Teppei to control her. He considered Satoko to be a convenient pet, but at the same time, he'd need to be careful of the consultation center. Ah, fucking hell, this isn't gonna work at all!
What a piece of garbage! I love
That
Ani's.
content warning for sexual abuse was not getting.
Yeah, Jesus. But Ani saying, Steven, I think we need to kill this guy, then followed up with, oh, we definitely gotta kill this guy is, yeah, there's a reason. In one of the past timelines, Keiichi killed this guy. Or tried to. I don't know if he actually did kill him. So, who knows? I think he just killed a random guy that he thought was the uncle. Just because he was riding a motorcycle. But, I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe that'll be revealed. Eventually. But great job, everybody. Save. We're gonna take our first break.
Yes.
And then we'll start chapter 6 of chapter 7. How fucking weird is that? Let's go. Continue. Do you want to take the narration now? Since,
I will.
Okay. Unless it's Keiichi. I could take it if it's Keiichi.
It might be Keiichi. Fuck.
It's fine if it is.
It's fine. I mean, I'm
I've
fine.
been doing a lot of reading anyway.
Yeah, I'm fine taking the narration. I'm actually feeling pretty good today, so.
Okay. Well, I've been doing a lot of, like, old man screaming, so.
Yeah, that'll kill you. That'll kill you. The old man screaming. Sorry, but the name Bugenhagen itself is a funny name to me, though that's probably just me being immature. I love the name Bugenhagen, and it makes me laugh. So I understand. Bugenhagen's
It calls to mind
yeah,
the image of someone dancing.
Bugenhagen.
A
Like some
Bugenhagen.
to some Eurobeat.
Yes.
Bugenhagen, and then the beat drops.
Yes, exactly. You understand.
All right, let us continue. Damn it! Why did she do that?
That's about what I expected.
Mion called me in the middle of the night. Bugenhagen's like German, isn't it? I don't know. A social worker went to Satoko's house tonight after getting a call from the school. They had a talk with Satoko and her uncle. He told them that Satoko didn't go to school today because of a cold. He also claimed he didn't call the school because he didn't have the number. He explained that he spoke to Chie-sensei politely, and that she just misunderstood his behavior. Satoko didn't really talk, but she never denied what her uncle was saying. So she said there's no abuse and that she doesn't need any help?
Yes. Satoko has always thought that her brother disappeared because she kept relying on him. That's why.
She thinks she needs to handle it on her own without seeking anyone's help? That's ridiculous!
According to the social worker, she didn't have any obvious injuries, so they think this isn't an urgent case. It seems that she's being fed and she has a place to sleep, too.
Shouldn't that be a given? Are you saying it's not abuse as long as she has something to eat and somewhere to sleep?
That's how they view it, at least. In some cases, people refuse to even let the social worker come inside the house. Just because they were able to talk with her uncle tonight, they determined that it wasn't urgent.
So after all that, they decided to wait and see. I bet Shion is disappointed.
Yeah. Just like how Satoko refuses to seek anyone's help because of Satoshi, Shion is also trying desperately to save Satoko because of him. She seems calm now, though, even though she's very upset.
I know this isn't the time for complaining, but where the hell did Satoshi go? His sister is in danger.
I have no idea where he is.
I know. Sorry. I was hoping that he would save her if he came back. But it's a waste of time to think about that. I can't hope for someone else to save her. We're the ones who will.
That's right. We have to do what we can.
I'm impressed with the power of the Sonozaki family, though. You have information from the social worker already. You must have a spy in the center.
That's a national secret.
So, you know someone who knows a lot about the center? Did they give you any idea of what we should do next? Man, Ryukishi has probably encountered this exact scenario. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's had a situation where he did a home call and he's assessed that a child is in danger and he's tried to escalate that with a superior and his superior has said, well, I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, I'm sure this line of work is stressful. Fuck.
Well, I was advised to just stay calm and see what happens.
What the hell? Did you talk to them about the situation she's in right now? Her uncle is locking her up and he's abusing her. Why should we just kick back and see what happens?
Well, Kei-chan, this is not my opinion, okay? I'm just telling you what I was told by my contact. See, it is true that Satoko didn't show up at school today, but it's just one day. It's not like she's been absent for weeks or months. We can't really deny the possibility that she has a cold.
But she's being abused. You're saying that we should stay calm while she is being physically and emotionally harmed?
Oh, wait a minute, Kei-chan. That's the whole point. We're concerned because we know what happened to her last year. but she wasn't hurt yesterday or today. We can't really prove if she's being abused or not.
She may not have a bruise on her body yet, but it's only a matter of time. Besides, isn't it abuse to force her to come back and live with him?
Remember what we were talking about at school? It's normal for a legal guardian to take in the child under their custody. We can't definitely say that it's abuse yet.
But we have to do something before it happens. Sorry for yelling at you.
This brings up a really good point about, like, child's rights. Obviously, children need someone to look after them, especially children as young as Satoko. But in pretty much everywhere, this is pretty much a law everywhere, that the person looking after them has to be either someone from their family or a legal adult approved by the state. And almost in no situation does the child get a say in that. I think that a child should be allowed to be looked after by whoever they want. I think they should get a say in that matter. Like, even if it's as much as, like, even if they're not being abused, even if it's just like, I don't get along with this adult, they should have that right because they're people.
Yeah, like Satoko making that like false alarm, quote unquote, like call to the consultation center, whatever, and them being like, okay, you're not being abused. Like, she should be allowed to be like, I don't want to live with this man. For context, for people who don't know about this, Satoko made a false claim that she was being abused by her stepfather, I believe.
Yes.
And her stepfather was like not doing anything. She just didn't like him. But I think her not liking him is enough of a reason to be like, okay, maybe something should be done. Maybe we should talk to your family and see, like, if somebody else can take you into custody.
Yes.
That might be a bit extreme, but at least something should be done so Satoko is more comfortable. Now, you don't have to remove the dude entirely, but you can give her therapy, maybe.
Yes.
And see, like, if that helps her. Because it could just very well be that she's mentally ill and doesn't like change. So, which many people with mental illness just don't like things being changed. People in general, honestly. But, yeah, tangent. It's important. I do think children should have a say on who is, like, their guardian.
Yes.
But I shall continue. I knew that wasn't Mion's opinion, but it felt like she was telling me that, and I raised my voice. When I sensed her dismay, I quickly apologized.
I explained to my contact what happened to Satoko last year, but last year's case was resolved by waiting it out too.
Last year's abuse only stopped because of the fourth curse, right? It's not like the Child Consultation Center resolved it.
Still, either way, both last year and now, the Child Consultation Center doesn't think her case warrants that much urgency.
To those who don't remember or don't know, the Satoko's aunt got murked, got killed, fucking murdered, murked. That was just the word that my brain chose for some fucking reason.
Murked. I like that.
Murked.
I like murked.
Got murked.
It seems our opponent this time is that difference in urgency between us and them.
I see. We've done what we can. Now we need to come up with the plan B. We should have a meeting tomorrow. I almost said melting. We should melt together with all the fearless members of our club.
We should melt Tepe Hojo.
We should melt him. Yeah, I think we should peel him and melt him. And he should be alive the whole time, screaming in agony. To the pain. As they say in Princess Bride. We've gone through worse than this before. We'll save her for sure.
Yes!
As we spoke, I felt less angry about the decision that the Child Consultation Center made. It was something we expected anyway. I was being emotional for a while, but Mion wasn't taking it personally. She's usually a tough person, but I know that she feels very weak when something like this happens. I have to be careful to not get too emotional with her. Our enemy was Tepe. I couldn't yell at my friends just because I was frustrated. I almost forget sometimes, but Mion is a girl. There's no way yelling at her without cause wouldn't hurt her.
That'd probably hurt a boy, too.
That would hurt anyone. Sorry. I think I have a tendency to lash out with my emotions sometimes.
It's so crazy that, like, lashing out at people with no good cause hurts their feelings.
Yeah. But only girls! Only
This
girls!
boy needs to be slapped.
It's also the 80s in Japan.
It is, but, like, it's Keiichi Mayabata. If anybody needs to be given a little bit of a slap around the face, it's him. I think Shion was right, actually. I think we should throw chairs at him.
I think we should throw chairs at Keiichi, yeah. I definitely need to rein in that bad habit, especially during emergencies like this. You should just rein it in so you don't yell at anyone. All I could do by myself was probably the same thing Shion was suggesting earlier. Kill. Boil him in acid. Kill.
Murder. Kill him.
But I knew it wouldn't make Satoko happy. We club members are fearless. But the power I possess is the smallest among all of us. That's why I needed to communicate with them. If we united, we would be able to come up with a better plan. I couldn't think of a plan all by myself. 3 heads are better than 1. We would definitely figure something out.
I'm going to call Rika-chan now. Will you call Rena?
Sure. Rena was a good match for Shion today. She impressed me a lot. She's tough when push comes to shove.
Yeah, Rena is always reliable when we're in trouble. But you impressed me too, Kei-chan. You were kinda cool today. You got a concussion and bled everywhere.
Yeah, it hurt.
Yeah, it kinda hurt. Just kinda feel embarrassed now. That speech was a little corny, huh? A little.
I'm hanging up now. I don't want to admit that it was corny. I'm sure Rena is waiting. Give her a call, okay?
Yep. Say hi to Rika-chan. I think she's been hurt the most by all of this. Rika-chan was looking at the ground with a depressed look on her face all day. My chest hurt just remembering it. Must be even more painful to look at Satoko. Mion hung up on the phone. Hung up the phone. There we go. I also hung up, then called Rena. She picked up the phone after one ring, which surprised me. Hello? Rena? You were waiting for the call, huh?
Yes. I called you, but it was busy, so I didn't know what to do.
You called me when I was talking with Mion. She's calling Rika-chan now. She told me to call you. Let me explain to you what happened.
Okay, is the case on hold?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm really upset, but what we expected. I guess I can guess what they said. It's only been a day, so there's nothing definite. She may have missed school because she really had a cold today. Plus, she doesn't have any obvious injuries. Is my guess, right?
Did you put a bug on my phone? Yeah, you got it exactly right. It's total bullshit.
It's only been a day. It's such a horrible phrase, isn't it? Especially since it'll be too late after he really hurts her.
If he really does, then Satoko's injuries will be plain for everyone to see. But if that happens, her uncle will never let any social workers see her. And then they'll just say they couldn't find any signs of abuse and go back to waiting again.
It's such a huge contradiction, isn't it?
Apparently, they need court approval to force entry, but applying for that isn't easy. So while social workers may be supposed to have great legal power, in reality their hands are tied and they can't act if the family turns them away. Legal shit takes so fucking long.
It does.
Like, I know I talked about this when we were doing chapter 3, but so I'll keep this short. When I was selected for like jury duty, I didn't actually get to do the jury duty because I was phased out because my availability wasn't good. But there were cases that they were holding, like, court sessions for from 1999. And I was like, why does legal shit take this fucking long? It's crazy.
There was a case near me for some pretty serious shit. It was some sexual abuse, and I won't go into details about it. But my point is, the perpetrators when it happened were, I think, 13, 14, and 16 at the time, and they're now all above 16.
Good lord.
And it only just got to court, like, this week.
Fuck. And now they're probably like, well, who cares? They're all above age. Woohoo! Fuck. I hate the legal system. In everywhere. Everywhere.
There's too much bureaucracy in places that there should be less, and there's not enough bureaucracy in places that there should be more.
I had a client who had called in to continue a fraud call. This issue started back in 2004. Like, what are we doing? Jesus. They're not the ones who storm in, even if they have to break windows to do so. Damn it! Then who does have the right to break those windows? Oh, Ishii. Oh, Ishii. If we did, I'd smash them wide open. Anyway, they're not serious about this case. They have no idea what will happen to Satoko if we don't do anything about it. Keiichi, they gotta get Oishi.
I'm impressed.
Wait, why?
You just moved to the village not too long ago. You've only known her for just a few months. But you're so serious about saving her. You don't even know what happened to her last year. But you can imagine how hurt Satoko-chan is right now. If you were an ordinary person, I'm sure that you'd tell us. Just relax, it's only been a day.
It's not that difficult to imagine how horrible it is for her. I also heard from you guys how terrible it was last year. It's no question that this case requires immediate attention.
That's still impressive. You stopped Chi-chan when she tried to leave the classroom. What you said there was pretty deep.
Do you think Satoko would appreciate it if you saved her by committing murder?
It's not something an average boy would say. In fact, sorry, but I thought you were going to say something like what Chi-chan suggested.
That's our Rena. She saw right through me to the core. To be honest, I was able to keep my calm because Shion caused that commotion. I, too, thought our only option was to kill him. What's there to hesitate about? Everything would be resolved if we went over and killed her uncle right away. I thought those same things myself. And then I thought about how I would actually kill him. First, I'd assault him with a metal bat or something. Yep. But before that, I would scope out his house and dig the hole to bury his body in ahead of time. When I imagined it, I envisioned myself actually digging the hole with a camping shovel in the woods. I repeated, "This is for Satoko, this is for Satoko," in my mind like a mantra, trying to forget the weight of the murder ahead. This is straight from chapter 3. I relived that. Exhaustion and frustration. I could very clearly imagine myself standing there, soaking with sweat and covered in mosquito bites. Then I'm sure I'd call her uncle or something to lure him out of the house and bludgeon him to death. Then I repeated my mantra, "This is for Satoko, this is for Satoko," blaming her for that serious crime as I tried to avoid my own guilt over committing murder. Did Satoko ask me to do that? Am I going to blame it all on her because I committed murder? I was right though, he was remembering when he did it. Yes. Would she appreciate that? No, she wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to tell anyone that I had killed someone. No one would appreciate my deed, and I'd have to carry that burden for the rest of my life. That pathetic future is one I couldn't have imagined in the rush I felt before carrying out the murder. I decided to kill him so I could return us to happier times. The act of murder also meant shattering the thin path that could lead us back there. I was able to imagine it that far ahead.
That's why I didn't say it out loud like Shion did. If I hadn't thought that far, I probably would have joined Shion in shouting, "Kill him! Kill him!"
It would have been really hopeless if you'd done that. I'm glad you have such a vivid imagination. I'm glad.
Was that really just my imagination, though? Did I imagine killing her uncle in my mind? Could imagination alone really be that vivid? I could smell the earth, taste the scattered dirt flying into my mouth, see the pebbles scattered as I shoved my shovel down, and hear the roots cracking from its weight. The image was so real, it felt more like I had actually done it in the past. That's right. It's important to imagine the consequences.
Right. You don't want to grow up with no imagination. I think you'll grow up to be a calm, reasonable adult, Keiichi-kun.
I wonder if that was only in my imagination. I feel like I've been through a different life before.
People with good imaginations can take a good look at every possibility. If you really felt like you saw the future, I think it wasn't just your imagination. You saw a possible future that could have happened.
In that imaginary world, the Child Consultation Center put her case on hold too. Satoko came back to the school for a while. But she broke after only a few days. Satoko was bearing the abuse, but even something small would be enough to break her. Just like an old bowl that has a crack in it. One day that crack will eventually widen and the bowl will shatter. In my imaginary world, Satoko broke. I rubbed her head. She thought my hand was her uncle's hand. She pushed me away and hid behind the curtain and cried out for her brother, saying, "Nini, Nini!"
Who told you that she called her brother Nini?
Huh? I don't know. I guess someone did. That's what she calls Satoshi, right? Anyway, it was devastating to hear her cry like that. I wanted to comfort her, but I couldn't even get close. She cried more as I walked closer to her because she thought I was her uncle.
You're amazing, Keiichi-kun. I can't believe that was only your imagination. That's exactly how Satoko-chan was last year. I remember it clearly. But it's impressive how you can imagine it, since you've only been here a few months. You really are amazing. So, that explains why you feel the same urgency we do.
So you feel the same way I do?
Yes. I can't imagine it as clearly as you have. But I think Satoko-chan will break in a few days if we don't do anything about this. I think she'll hide behind the curtain and scream for her Nini. That's when we'll finally realize something. It's not a crime to be powerless. It's a crime to do nothing. Huh? It's only in my imagination, but I'm crying. As though it's happening right in front of me.
Rena can also sense how urgently we need to save Satoko. Not everybody feels that way, though. My friends all do, but they're special. And normal people like those at the Child Consultation Center see us as overreacting.
They have a point, though. We don't really have anything to say back to them if they're going to claim it's only been a day. It's just like getting a cold. Doctors always say, let's see what happens for a couple of days.
Rena, I think we should trust our instincts. We have no time to spare. We have to save Satoko now.
Yes. Even if I can't come up with a good idea on our own, together we can accomplish anything. When I was down and depressed before, someone told me the same thing. I think now's the time to come together and show people what we can do.
Yeah. I don't know who told you that, but that's exactly how I feel. It was strange. I've had this feeling ever since Rena told me this story at school. It felt like I, too, once learned a lesson after some event. But Rena and I only met recently. I guess it's just a coincidence. Anyway, I was so lonely inside of my imagination. I thought it was stupid for them to only sit and think about how they could save Satoko, and I made a selfish decision. But I eventually learned, just like Rena did. You'll never come up with anything good by worrying about something on your own. You have to talk to your friends. Yeah! That way, they will help you reach the best possible solution.
You said something when you stood in Shi-chan's way today. You told her to trust you. You said you didn't have any idea yet, but that you'd find one soon. I'm going to trust you. I believe that you'll come up with the best solution.
Don't just rely on me. You can give me ideas if you have any.
Oh, that's not what I meant. I have faith in my friends at all times. I'm going to trust us. I know that we can save Satoko-chan. We're not going to use a shortcut.
That's right. We will save her from this mess. Keep on believing. I believe in us too. I will never think that I'm the only one who's trying to save her. I believe that all of us feel the same way. Let's have a meeting tomorrow. Chie-sensei might have new information too. We may not be able to come up with a good idea right away, but she might have something.
Yeah. You're right. I know that there's always another option.
That's right. We're not going to give up. There is a better way. I'm sure there is. We may not find it right away, but we'll never give up.
No. Never.
Mion praised her for it too, but Rena really is strong in a crisis. I got a little emotional when I was talking with Mion, but Rena was different. Her fire is quiet and blue, so at first glance, it's blue in there. So at first glance, it seems lesser than my bright red, roaring blaze, but the truth is the opposite. Blue flames burn far hotter. No! Yoma! As I spoke with Rena, I felt my useless, wild energy calming down so I could rationally search for the best solution. Through that, I felt Rena's strength. Though, apparently, Rena felt similarly about me.
When I'm talking with you, I feel like I can accomplish anything. You're so strong and reliable. I feel more courageous when I talk with you. I feel more confident that we can save Satoko-chan.
I get calmness from you, and you get confidence from me. We balance each other out like that, huh? We're a good combination. They're in love.
They are. Mii-chan has a lot of power as a member of the Sonozaki family, but she has a very frail heart. But I believe that you and I can support her.
I'm getting a message. Hang on.
Kill them.
Oh no, it's a good message. Okay. I am not needed. That's right. We have nothing to be scared of.
Yeah, I agree.
Never
Plus
mind.
2.
Hang on. I gotta. Okay, no. That I'm just being informed of something. Okay. And it's not like, please help! We need help right now! Okay.
Better
Talking-
not
Yeah. Talking to Rena made me feel very confident. If I can share that confidence with my friends, I'll never feel down and miserable ever again. I'm going to give my power to the other club members so we can fight even harder.
be. Mika-chan is really depressed right now. She's lost her will to fight. But I'm sure that she'll get it back once she sees us working hard.
You're right. Once she gets her willpower back, nothing can stop us. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's talk about our plan and involve the principal too. We should get advice from as many people as we can. Let's find the best possible solution. That's the best thing we can do right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got off the phone with Rena. That was a pretty passionate conversation we were having. It's unfortunate that the Child Consultation Center came to the conclusion they did, but if they could still decide to wait and see, then that proved that Satoko was still safe for now. We are no more than children. Worrying about it too much won't cause us to come up with any good ideas. Murder isn't a real solution. But I had to admit, I thought about it once. It's easy to burn up in rage. However, I'd have to stay calm, like Rena. She was still burning up very calmly, with a blue and quiet flame. I'd never seen anything like that before.
Kiichi, go take a bath already. Hurry up!
Sometimes murder is the solution, but, I think it is a viable solution in this case, but it's still a bad idea.
especially considering they want to do it so they can all live happily ever after. After you murder someone, there's no happily ever after. Even if you get away with it. Like, you can't continue the rest of your life normally after you murdered someone. That's the harsh reality.
Also, those sorts of decisions and the weight of that action should never fall to a child.
No, yeah. Fuck. I heard my mom speaking to me. You can go ahead of me, Mom. I needed more time to think about what to do with Satoko. Everyone else was probably doing the same. You should go first. There's bath salt from real hot springs in there. It feels really good on your skin. You can also think in the bathtub. Bathtub thoughts. I don't think there's bath salt in real hot springs. There's salt. Like real salt? That's not made of bath. Milk tastes so good after a bath. Why are they all talking about milk after a bath so much?
Like he's right, but like we don't have to mention it. This should be like a quiet thing that we keep to ourselves.
I don't like drinking milk straight up. It's gross to me. But having an ice cold having an ice cold water after a hot bath fucks so hard. Highly recommend that shit. Oh, it's so good.
Now imagine if it was a delicious sweet cup of milk.
Duh! I don't like milk. Milk makes my stomach hurt.
Your bones are brittle, and you will not survive the winter.
I take a multivitamin for this
Calcium
reason.
does not know you.
Her
beautiful eyes look upon you with scorn.
Listen, calcium, 130 mg. It's in there. You hear it?
You've erected a false goddess.
Shut
That
up!
is not true, Calcium. You have cut meat from her bones without permission, and you feed it to yourself in the form of pills. This is not true cultivation.
What in God's name are you talking about?
You will never reach the heavens this way.
I will never be drafted for the skeleton war because my skeleton is so brittle. I have osteoporosis. It's not true.
Your dantian is ruined. Your cultivation shattered.
It sounds like a copy pasta that you're like reciting to me. This sounds like the word of like the milk gods. Like, what is?
I'm just saying a bunch of like shansha shit. It's not actually a copy pasta. These are my words, but like I just know enough about a genre. Is the answer here?
It's so fucking funny. Thank you for clipping that. I am the milkman. My milk is delicious. Cal is the copy pasta. We should make that into a copy pasta. That's how I become the best streamer in the world, and I become so famous. Is I make that a copy
Off of
pasta.
my back?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm joking.
I know.
Oh, okay. The milk tangent is over. My dad seemed to be in a good mood. He probably finished his work. He's as scary as a bear when he has artist block. I have perpetual artist block.
When you have artist block.
Who, me?
Yeah, are you scary as a bear?
Yeah. I mean, I always have artist block. I never have ideas.
Oh, buddy. If you want to give Spoonie ideas, you can go to the commissions and order a commission.
They're closed.
Not right now, but like in general.
You could just pay me to draw whatever I want, and I'll be like, I don't know what I want to draw.
Sponsor a drawing. You can give an idea, like mixed feeling character doing the groceries. Maybe you can do a Wonder Bread commission.
Awesome, Wonder Bread. I don't want to draw a Wonder Bread commission. Oh yeah. As a semi joke but also completely serious, I was like, from now on, you can only make suggestions that I will seriously consider if you are a patron. No longer can you make a suggestion for anything I do unless you give me money. So become a patron today and suggest a game that you would like to see me play, and I might consider it. Yippee!
You can also probably, I imagine Spoonie will do this for like, I don't know, what's your budget, like $1,000? If you give Spoonie $1,000, that's fuck you money, and they'll just play it.
If you give me $1,000, that's enough for me to get by for half a month.
Oh no, that's so short. Okay, let's make the fuck you money like $2,000.
Yeah, okay, 2,000 is what I need for a month of support. If I get $2,000, then fuck it. I don't have to do anything for a month. And then nobody's gonna give me $2,000 then because they want me to do things.
Asking Cal for permission to have his Sona drawn drinking a nutritious glass of milk. You can do what you want forever.
Dude, that's awesome. Okay.
You can draw that if you want.
Maybe.
You could draw my persona doing whatever within reason. Asterisk, no racist weird shit.
I got that kind of motion. Yeah, no, don't worry. I'm joking. We're joking.
I'm not.
Give Cal $2,000 so he can do nothing for a month.
Give me $2,000 and I will upgrade my PC enough that I can do streaming, and I will start streaming.
Yippee!
I just need a port for a second monitor. That's all I need.
Yeah. That shouldn't be too hard.
A port.
You could probably just get a USB to HDMI or display port. I don't know. It depends on how good your graphics card is. You could probably just get an updated graphics card, but that's expensive now.
My internals are actually pretty fucking good. It really is just a matter of, like, I don't have a port for a second monitor, so I wouldn't be able to see chat easily. And I also don't have a good enough table to put the monitors on, because right now, the setup that I have is my mic is situated on a little side table that I have put in front of me. The reason that you all hear me shift around so much is because I can't put my legs in front of me because that's where the table is.
Oh.
And it hurts. I'm hurting all the time. There's no blood flowing to my feet.
That sucks so much. I'm so
So
sorry.
give me money and I'll upgrade my shoddy fucking setup.
Go give Cal money. Yes.
I have a PayPal.
I'm gonna continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe my parents could help with an idea. They're the closest adults to me, after all. Should I talk to them? Yes, that has been the lesson this whole time, is talk to people. Stupid question. I had no reason not to. Yeah, I'd have to talk to them and seek some advice. Dad, I have something I want to talk to you about. Huh? What's this? Is it about the auction at the coming festival? I've completely forgot about that, Dad. I'm gonna be for real. You have my full support. Speaking of which, when is the next festival committee meeting? They called me to participate too. I'll have to mark my calendar. Oh, it's not about that. My classmate is in trouble. As I talked about Satoko, my mom joined in and listened as well. My dad is a strange artist. All artists are strange. But my mom is a normal person.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of that real quick.
Okay, now another tangent. I'm sorry for another tangent so soon. My first job, as I've mentioned many a time, I was a face painter when I was a youngin'. I was a face painter at theme parks, primarily Disney World. Every fucking person I worked with was a fucking freak. And I mean this affectionately, because, like, every person I worked with came from all walks of life as an artist. And some people weren't artists before they started face painting, which was interesting. But so many people, I met somebody who worked on the 3D in the Avengers. I met people who went to college to become game devs. I met people who did, like, sculpture work, and I met people who were, like, real life portraiture artists, like a realistic portraiture. photographers, artists are fucking freaks. They're weirdos. They're so fucking weird. I wish I could come up with an example of how weird these people were. But oh my god, everybody I met was a fucking character. And I worked with like 60 other people. Like, it was, I think that shit changed me, like, for the better. And so many of the people I worked with, I'm still in contact with. And they're all like, they're definitely freaks on the internet, and a lot of them are VTubers, or at least some of them are VTubers. And I'm like the Disney face painter to VTuber pipeline. What is going on here?
Artists may be freaks, but at least they didn't go to jail. There are probably several artists who've been to jail.
There were a few artists I worked with who went to jail in like mental institutions. So.
I can think of at least one person who did art who didn't go to jail necessarily, but went on to do some very, very terrible things.
Oh yeah, no, there are plenty of artists who are freaks derogatory. So, I can't get over my dad is a strange artist, but my mom is a normal person.
I've sent that to you.
Good. She might be able to help. I just got a call and found out that they put her case on hold. We're wondering what we should do now.
They already called the Child Consultation Center, so you should let them take care of it.
But she was being abused last year too, right? I don't know how bad it was, but I think it's wrong for him to force her to move out of her friend's place.
He was neglecting her for a year, after all.
We can't just wait and see what happens just because the consultation center said so. We're her friends, so we want to be more aggressive about saving her. But we have no idea how we can do that. See ya, King. Thanks for stopping by.
Heiichi, don't even think about attacking him.
I'm not. I wouldn't talk to you guys if that was on my mind.
That's true. I thought you might ask us how to commit a perfect crime.
That actually happened in chapter 3. Hey, I would never ask my parents something like that, I think. Keiji, you're right. There are many battles in this world, but it's always important that you follow the rules. People won't help you if you're going to break them, and they won't respect you either. You have to fight according to the rules. Are there even rules for battles? Well, anyway, do you have any ideas? My parents have been alive for more than twice as long as me. They must have had some experience with things like this. They must have many good ideas. At least that's what I thought. But they crossed their arms and went silent.
Spoonie is a strange artist, but at least Cal's a normal person. I'm sorry to say I'm a writer, so I might even be worse.
True. Calling the Child Consultation Center is the first thing you should do. But what do you do if that doesn't work? Do you think we can even rely on the law? Do you think the police won't do anything until Satoko is seriously injured? I think you have to make an appeal. Appeal? What, you mean sue him? That's not it. The Child Consultation Center is supposed to take care of the child abuse cases, but if you're unsatisfied with the decision they make an appeal to the court?
Keiichi, you go to court when you can't resolve an issue with the person you're dealing with. It's the final place you go to.
You want the Child Consultation Center to protect Satoko-chan, right? But they made a decision that you disagree with. And I'm gonna drink some more of my bubbly water. Hang on, Keiichi, hang on. Stomach mad. We need to make an appeal to the Child Consultation Center. If we're unsatisfied with the decision they made, we can simply go and tell them that. We need to go there and explain to them how serious this case is.
Yeah, that sounds good. They have no idea what situation Satoko-chan is in right now. Since they're misunderstanding what's going on, we have to go there and make it clear.
This music makes me feel like I'm about to play a 10-minute level in Katamari that's gonna kick my ass.
I see. That's the best approach.
Oh.
I don't know about that. I've heard that they never change their decisions once made. You're right. Pata, 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 pon.
I can hear it.
It might just be a waste of time.
We don't know that until we try.
Giving up before even trying is what losers do. We have to try everything we can. Pata, 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 pon! Remember what the principal said? We'll fail if we give up before even trying. Yoma. Shion, your fire is blazing bright red, ready to do whatever it takes, even if that's acting hasty to save Satoko. A truly hot fire is blue and calm. Don't give up. We should do everything we can. What do you think, Chie-sensei? Am I wrong?
No. You're not saying anything wrong. You calmed down a lot. I was concerned for you because I thought you might come up with an idea of how to attack him in the dark.
That's what my mom was saying. Is that how people perceive me? Yes.
I thought we should wait and see what happens. I do love the various adults saying, I thought you might do something hasty. Because it really does prove that Keiichi is not as slick as he thinks he is.
Mm-hmm.
But after hearing everything all of you said and thinking about what happened last year, I now understand that this is an emergency situation. People can change their minds if you're persuasive enough. The Child Consultation Center might change their mind too. They might reverse their decision if you succeed in making an appeal.
What do you think? Chicha? You should fight with us rather than thinking about it alone.
I'm not feeling lonely. I'm not sad because I'm all alone.
You do sound awfully sad, actually. Maybe you do want to join us?
Whatever. Fine then. Let's just go to the Child Consultation Center. I'm gonna punch them in their face if they don't do something.
That's not a good idea, but I feel your passion now. I guess you calmed down after getting some sleep.
I'm just serious about this, that's all.
Anyway, let's go and make it happen. I know where the Child Consultation Center is.
I forgot I wanted to make Mion's laugh like Hank Schrader.
This old man didn't know until recently, but it's on the first floor of the library.
Oh, interesting. Mion grinned and showed us the location on a city guidebook. She's really prepared for this.
The office is open until 5:15. Don't try and pick a fight with them. We have to stay calm.
What? Are you talking to me, sis? Who do you think I am? I'll cry if I have to. Our goal is to make them change their mind.
That's it, Chi-chan. I think we can make it if we leave right now.
It was past 3 o'clock. We'd make it before they closed if we rushed there on our bikes. But they're strict about time, aren't they? They might kick us out as soon as it's time to close.
The door will close on time, but once we're inside, they'll never kick us out. Listen, make sure you don't give in when negotiating with these officials. Officials are surprisingly tough, but unlike private citizens, they're not allowed to end the discussion on their own. So when you feel like you can't get anywhere by continuing the discussion, don't give in. You have to dig deep and make sure they listen to everything we have to say.
How do you know all that, Mi-chan?
That's actually like a really it's kind of genius to get there like right before they close. Because like yeah, they can't just kick you out and be like, we're closed. They can't do that. And also that would make them be like, yeah, sure, we'll do it. We just want to go home.
Who do you think I am? I represent Oryo Sonozaki, member of the mayor's social gathering and the local government monitoring committee. I speak to government officials all the time.
Hey, Mion, is it possible to save her using the influence of the Sonozaki family?
Well, not if I have to go through Granny. Ugh.
It's impossible to get help from her. Her mind's still stuck in the damn conflict. 100 million with one spirit and stuff like that. She hates the Hojo family to this day.
You're talking about Satoko's parents who were for the dam project? I've never met your grandma, but she needs to learn how to forgive. It's a thing of the past now.
Exactly.
Mion coming over to harass the workers in their legal domicile. Yeah.
I agree with you, Kei-chan.
So the Sonozaki family can't do anything about it?
Yeah, we can't. I'm sorry.
Old people suck! They cherish Rika-chan, but they don't care about Satoko.
That's horrible. I can't forgive Satoko's uncle for aggressively abusing her, but I'm not about to forgive other people for quietly abusing her either. Hell yeah, Keiichi! Tell those people not to piss off Keiichi Maibara.
I'll do that.
Shall we go now? We have no time to waste.
Alright, we better hurry. Let's get going.
Do you want to come with us, Rika-chan? Let's go.
Rena spoke to Rika-chan, who had been avoiding all conversation. She seemed to have given up all hope yesterday. It was so painful to see her so depressed.
It's just a waste of time, anyway.
You have to stop saying anyway. You don't know if it's a waste of time or not unless we try.
You people did everything you could in our previous lives. But you never found a way to save her. You think this time will be different?
Sometimes I really had no idea what she was saying. All I could tell is that she was being negative about the situation.
Have you tried going to the child consultation center already? Then we should try. Satoko-chan is important to you, isn't she? We have to try and see what happens. I'm sure Satoko-chan needs your help right now.
This world is going to end soon anyway. What's wrong? We have to hurry up.
Rika-chama doesn't seem to be interested. So much for friends. She's so close to Satoko, but she won't even get off her butt to save her.
I never thought I'd hear you say something like that. You used to hate her so much.
What? Is your brain working alright? Why would I hate Satoko?
Never mind. Fine, I'll come with you people. I have nothing to do at home but drink until I pass out anyway.
You're pissing me off. Are you trying to make a fool out of me?
Gil, you called it.
Stop it, Shi-chan. You stop it too, Rika-chan. Let's get together and save Satoko-chan. I'm sure we can make a miracle happen if we work together. But we need everyone to come together. We can't leave any one of us behind. We need you too, Rika-chan.
Something that Rena said must have given Rika-chan motivation. I could see a slight sparkle in her eyes. Rena had said something interesting. She said that we could make a miracle happen. It's the same thing I said when this world began. At that time, I said I could make a miracle happen, but I didn't say how. But Rena just clearly stated that. I think that's supposed to be Rika. Whoops.
We can make a miracle happen if we work together.
Yes! Miracles can happen when we work together.
And what if there is no miracle?
That means we haven't tried hard enough. If we all do the best we can, a miracle will happen for sure.
None of these kids stop and go, "Hey, Rika, you okay?" at the suggestion that a literal child has become alcoholic. Yeah!
I mean, they're all children themselves. They say shit that they don't take seriously all the time.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Rika has never said something like that. Also, there's an ad. Oh no! Should we stop in the middle of this scene?
Yeah. I need to stretch my legs anyway.
Yeah, let's stretch. Need to drink some water too. Tummy.
Here.
Tummy hurt. Alright. Be right back, everybody. I'm back.
Hello?
Hello? Ow, ow, ow.
We haven't gotten a lot of ow, ow, ow. Not a lot of...
Hello.
Not a lot of... Whoa. She got... she got cut off. She got cut off. She just went...
She got something stuck in her throat.
There she is. You gotta get it out, because, like, this chapter's, like, more serious.
Sad.
I haven't been turning off the alerts, though, because you guys have been, you've been behaving, and I appreciate it. It's nice.
Continue to be sensible and you'll be allowed your toys.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like you can time those, like, in serious moments, and they're fine. But, like, everybody's been very polite, and I appreciate it. Appreciate it. And redeeming, like, I don't know, save the game. That's not a big deal. I could save the game. Anyway.
We've all been. It's a chapter. We got child abuse. Child abuse has been talked about. We gotta be serious.
Only one I can picture working is mission complete. Oh god. No. Maybe after we save Satoko, it's amazing. Mission complete. I don't know if you've seen that one, Cal.
I don't know if I have.
It's my most recent one. I can just do it right now before we get back into it. Hang on. Don't waste your points, chat, because it's a lot of points.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only.
Awesome.
It's extremely expensive, but that is because it gives people incentive to time it perfectly, and every time it's been redeemed, it's been timed perfectly. So, and I think only Gil has been able to redeem it because it's so many points.
I'm like close. I've got like 17,000.
Oh my god. Wow. Wow.
That's
all right.
true.
That's true, Chie.
Ryugu-san is right. People get stronger when they help each other. You can overcome any obstacle when everyone works together.
Yep. Hinamizawa was fated to be submerged underwater, but 2,000 people got together and brought an end to that destiny. Bring an end to destiny. As villagers of Hinamizawa, we all know that miracles do happen. We'll win if we work hard together. Yay!
I think you've no choice but to come with us now, Rika-chama. If you don't come, a miracle won't occur. Your absence will prevent it from happening.
So it's going to be my fault. That's interesting. A miracle is something that we can make happen, but we need everyone's power to make that come true. Destiny can be defeated, fate can be escaped from. This can happen with a miracle. A miracle can happen if we unite. Fucking Moonpie came out and started yelling, and I was like, that means something terrible is about to happen. And I was like, oh my god, she's just like Oishi. Every time Moonpie starts yelling, it's because, like, it's always during, like, a very serious moment. And I'm like, Moonpie, you're ruining it. Moonpie, you're ruining it. It's
tension, Moonpie.
So, I feel like she's just early now. Rena told me yesterday, you'll never come up with a solution if you think about everything by yourself. We have to talk this out together. Don't let fate get the better of you. It's as fragile as a thin sheet of paper. How can he say that without knowing how stubborn fate can be? To me, a witch trapped within fate. But for some reason, his words sounded very persuasive. He easily changed my fate by playing the fishing game. In my previous life, Keiichi saved Rena from her devastating fate. As fragile as a thin sheet of paper, he's saying that the world I've been struggling in for 100 years is that easy to change. Keiichi had made a fool of me. Interesting. I'll go with you. I'm imagining Rika with fuck, what is it? The iCarly gif of her going, interesting. That's more like you, Rika-chan. Oh, there she is.
Oh,
The Bluetooth is connected.
Rika, are you sure?
Hanyu looked at me with concern. She wanted to warn me that I'll get hurt if I expect too much. There she is.
I don't have any coins left to beat. I don't have anything to lose. This world is ending soon anyway, but it was the same in my previous life. I thought all was lost when Rena took over the school, but Keiichi turned everything around. He's saying that fate is as fragile as a thin sheet of paper. I've given up on this world anyway, but I'm interested.
Fate will betray you anyway. I'll get hurt as I see it happen to you.
Don't worry. I'm not going to get depressed anymore. I have no tears left to shed. I know that I can't save Satoko no matter what happens. That's why I'm doing this. It's the first time we've ever gone to the Child Consultation Center.
Keiichi can't make any miracles happen.
Hanyu spoke to me in a stern voice.
Don't worry, I'm going to be depressed. Wait, no, I gotta say it in Rika's voice.
Don't worry, Hanyu. I'm going to get depressed.
Miracles are called miracles because they don't happen easily. If it can happen at any time, it's not a miracle. It's just something that was meant to be. Yeah, she's like that because only Rika can see her.
I'm not expecting anything. I'm just interested. I'm curious how Keiichi is going to make his move after saying how easily he can change fate.
Rika, please don't hurt yourself anymore.
That's none of your business. Get out of here. I wasn't expecting anything. I was just trying to enjoy my last week alive, like watching a TV show. But I had to admit, I was possessed by a strange feeling. It was a little bit exhilarating. I was nervous, as if anticipating something. I had felt the same way when Keiichi remembered the memories from the past in my previous life. I didn't have any coins left to make a bet, but I knew what this feeling meant. If I had a coin left in my heart, I would bet everything on this feeling. If it doesn't work out after trying every option, we'll have no choice but to give up.
There's no need for us to give up. Satoko is going to be saved. You'd better prepare a clean blanket for Satoko. She's coming back to you soon. And I'd feel bad if she didn't have a soft bed waiting for her.
I like that, Keiichi. Well then, let's go. You might tear apart fate like a thin sheet of paper after all.
Yeah, right now I feel like I could take on the ruler of hell. I'm going to make them change their decision. I stood up from my seat. Keiichi is a very good speaker. That's why I never get bored with him. I've been with him for 100 years, but he still keeps me entertained.
We're going to the Child Consultation Center now. Do you want to come with us, Chie-sensei?
I'm going to talk to the Board of Education. They're under the same branch of governance as the Child Consultation Center. It might help if I talk to them. After all, I'm working for the public too. That's true. They might listen to what you say.
Let's have her take care of that while we take care of our business.
Too late, Mion. They're already closed. Let's fight them.
All right. Let's go, everybody.
Yeah! Yeah!
And Shion is also here.
God, I was just thinking, like, Rika-chan's inner monologue took too long, and now the Child Consultation Center is closed. Well, fuck! Even knowing that everything is doomed, part of me felt like something good might happen. Hanyu told me that it was only a waste of time. I felt the same way until a few minutes ago, but I had become much more interested. I had no idea what would happen. I wanted to see how Keiichi was planning to defeat this destiny. I raised my fist in the air along with them and hurried to the exit. As for Satoko, she didn't come to the school again today. Teppei called the school and told them that she still has a fever. He said that he's going to keep her home for a few days until she gets better. Chie said that she thinks Teppei knows she called the Child Consultation Center. He must be worried that Satoko will rat him out if he lets her go to the school. I don't want to think about it, but it's possible that Satoko has visible bruises by now. That could also be why he won't let her go to school. Everything was happening much earlier. Satoko's situation was worsening earlier than it did in my previous lives. I have to move like slightly differently to dance with this model. It's kind of funny. How long are they going to make us wait?
Those people seem to be free. They should let us talk to them.
Those are just general office workers. We have to talk to the actual social worker responsible for the case.
I wonder if they're busy because they have a lot of cases like this.
I don't know. I wish they didn't have so many issues to deal with. This world is tragic. So many kids are being abused.
After 30 minutes, they finally called my name. I wrote down my name at the registration as Mion. Can't let them know she's from the Sonozaki family. Okay, it was Keiichi. I wasn't sure, so I was like, I need to make my voice as ambiguous as possible. I'm Maibara. My name was called... I went to the receptionist to find a uniformed older lady. She must be one of the office workers Mion mentioned. Was she really going to be the one dealing with us?
Hello, my Abada-san. I'm kidding. It's not Roz. I see you're here with 4 other friends. How can I help you today?
The only thing I wrote on the registration was that I wanted to talk about Satoko Hojo. Well, we're here to talk about Satoko Hojo's case. Chie-sensei from the Hinamizawa branch school called and made a report yesterday. We would like to discuss the case.
Are you her friends?
Yes, we're her classmates.
Would you please give me a general summary of what you wish to discuss?
I heard that you guys put a hold on it because you determined that there wasn't any abuse happening. So we've come here today in order to explain Satoko's situation in more detail.
I see. Please wait a few more minutes.
That was it from her, then. A real social worker should be coming here to talk with us. She was just asking us basic information. With that done, she was talking on the phone and explaining to someone what I just told her.
What did she ask?
She asked me why I was here. She told me to wait for a few more minutes.
I hate waiting like this.
Are those posters and advertisements you've been reading that interesting me? I see lots of flyers about abuse. I guess we came to the right place.
Mion's like,
this is really interesting. It's about child abuse. Check it out.
Report the abuse before it escalates. Check out that slogan. Check it out.
There's a bunch of posters with slogans like that in here. I guess that's what the Child Consultation Center is for.
Is it any help if it's inside the building, though?
She has a point.
She has a fucking point. God damn. Rika-chan was right. They should be posting them all over the city, not just inside the building.
Mayabata-sama, thank you for waiting. Please go to room number 2.
It's our turn now. Let's go. As we walked, we soon saw rooms numbered 1 through 3. I thought we were going to be talking at the counter like you do at the bank. But they have individual rooms. Yeah, privacy, man.
I guess it's for privacy reasons. See? Most of the people who come here don't want other people listening to their conversation.
But I think abuse might be increasing because people try to keep the issue quiet. People tend not to talk about their family issues.
Room number 2. It's this one. As I knocked, I heard the voice of a woman telling me to come in. Hello. It was a very small room. Well, I should say it was narrow. It wasn't wide, but it was very long. There was a counter in the middle, which split the room into 2. The woman was sitting on the other side of the counter. She told us to take a seat, but there were only 2 chairs. I sat down since we registered under my name. Mion wouldn't sit because she felt that the Sonozaki sisters shouldn't be in the front. Rena tried to offer the seat to Rika-chan, but she refused too, so Rena ended up taking it. It was such a tiny room that it was better for us to take a seat. It was very cramped with the 5 of us.
I'm sorry. We usually expect to see the parents, so we only have 2 chairs.
I understand that.
So, how may I help you today?
Should I do the talking? Well, we're students from the Hinamizawa branch school, and we're Satoko Hojo's friends. The school reported that she was being abused to the Child Consultation Center, and I believe that a social worker went to her house last night. We heard that you put a hold on her case. We're here today so we can explain to you how urgent the matter is. Mio nodded. It seemed like I was doing okay so far.
What are you trying to explain to us? Will you please tell me?
Well, I know it's only been 2 days since her uncle took her away, but it's only a matter of time before he starts hurting her. In fact, Satoko suffered terrible abuse at the hands of her uncle last year as well. We believe it's only a matter of time before that happens again. So, we would like for you to save Satoko from her uncle before it does. But from what we understand, the Child Consultation Center has decided to wait and see, right?
Are you going to neglect her? I can't believe that you left her there just because she's not getting physically abused. Who's going to be responsible when she really gets hurt?
Shion probably didn't like how politely I was speaking to her. She was already flaring up with rage at the social worker. It looked like Mion didn't want her to tear into her. However, she lets Shion finish, as she'd get even more furious if we tried to stop her. The woman seemed to be used to people losing their temper, and she continued without reacting to Shion's outburst.
I would like to make it clear that we're still working on her case. The results are still pending. We're not abandoning or neglecting her.
Working on her case. They're not abandoning her. They're currently reviewing options, I suppose. While their mature phrasing made me start to think it might be rude and harsh to say they were abandoning her, Rena quietly opened her mouth.
But you left her there without doing anything last night.
No one can ever fool Rena. Taking their time to review options was the exact same thing as abandoning her. The fact is, they left her in that house without taking any actions to prevent her from being abused.
We sent a social worker to her house and they met with her guardian. We cannot talk about the case any further for privacy reasons, however, we are not neglecting her. We're going to look after her and her father so they can have a healthy life together. He's not her father! He's her uncle! Are you sure you really did an investigation? Excuse me. You're correct, they're uncle and niece. Anyway, we'll be directing them so guardian and child can form a healthy relationship.
Shion had pounced on her mistake immediately. I didn't think she needed to be so snappy, but at this point I was starting to understand how different their sense of urgency was from ours. Well, excuse me, but Satoko was living a happy life before, without any support from her uncle. First of all, her uncle disappeared from her life for a full year prior, and now he's returned and kidnapped her away. Isn't that a crime?
It wasn't a kidnapping. It's the law that a child must live where their guardian appoints them to live. According to Article 821 of the Constitution, the legal guardian of a child is... He neglected Satoko for 1 year! How can he still be considered her guardian?
Shion, that's what the court decided when her parents died of the curse of Oyashiro-sama.
Are you serious? That guy is her legal guardian?
Yes. I don't know the specific article of law it's written in, but minors must abide by their guardians. In other words, every child has a guardian. They have to have one.
That's Article 818 of the Civil Code.
When Satoko's parents died, her uncle and aunt automatically became her guardians?
Yes, the closest relative gets custody. It seems her aunt and uncle were Satoko's only relatives. If Satoko and Satoshi refused them, they could have had a different guardian, though.
But they were the children of the Hojo family, the enemy in the dam conflict. No one was going to take care of them. They were different from Mika-chama. Lots of people wanted to be her guardian, but Father Kimiyoshi got custody of her.
I knew that the Hojo family was in favor of the dam project, and the whole village hated her family for that reason, but I thought everything was over after they canceled the project and Satoko's parents died. Was I aware of the difference? The difference between how the villagers treated Satoko and how they treat Rika-chan? The villagers don't abuse Satoko, like her uncle. But maybe there were small thorns left in the village, and they were stinging Satoko occasionally.
I can't say this too openly, but Satoko's family had more assets than her uncle's. And by becoming her guardians, they gained control over those assets. That's why they shamelessly took over Satoko's home. Do you know where they used to live? It was this ridiculously tiny place.
That's horrible. But this guardian neglected Satoko-chan for over a year, right? Can he still claim custody of her? Can he? Well, in Part 4, Chapter 4 of the Civil Code, there are provisions for the loss of custody.
The woman opened a thick book on the counter and showed us that page. I didn't completely understand what it says on there, but it seemed that a parent can lose custody when they're being irresponsible.
So the law can take away the right to be someone's guardian.
Wait a minute. It says something about court. Let me see. At the behest of the child's relatives or a public prosecutor, the family court may make a ruling for the loss of parental authority. What the heck is this? So we'd have to sit around and wait for a family court's ruling before he can lose custody? That's too slow.
Well, if something urgent happens, we can temporarily protect her under our custody. We will also need approval of the family court in that case.
Here, Article 834 for the loss of parental authority. Doesn't this apply to Teppei Hojo? It is a fact that the guardian, Teppei Hojo, abandoned his responsibilities as a guardian for over a year. What is the center's opinion on that?
I can't answer that for privacy reasons, but the center requested an explanation on that matter as well. And you accepted his explanation, so you decided to wait and see? Like I've mentioned, we are currently working on this case. The safety of the child is our number one priority, and we will make sure that she will have a healthy lifestyle in a safe environment.
We weren't on the same page at all. They just weren't understanding the urgency. I've never met this Teppei guy. I only know about the situation based on what my friends told me about last year and what Chie-sensei told us. But I still understood very well. I understood that something really bad was going to happen if we didn't take any action right now. Good morning, Esther. Welcome in.
Hello, Esther.
She was being abused by her uncle and aunt last year, too. Are you sure that the same uncle can take care of her? You still have the records from last year, don't you?
I can't discuss past records with you for privacy reasons, but we're taking everything into consideration. She didn't come to school yesterday, and she didn't come today either. He called the school and told them that she has a cold, but don't you think it's a bit odd that she hasn't come to school since he showed up? That's true, but then she really might be sick. I think we should keep our eyes on her and see what happens.
We just know that Satoko doesn't want to be with her uncle. Her uncle is forcing her to stay with him.
Our social worker spoke with the child and made their decision after doing so. So that's it, isn't it? Are you not taking this case seriously because you made a false report long ago? I cannot talk about that for privacy reasons. We're taking everything into consideration.
Satoko is telling you that she's not being abused because she feels guilty about her brother, Satoshi. She may have told you that she's not being abused, but I don't believe that statement. Do you know how often, the abused, especially when in the presence of their abuse, the abused person is never going to admit that they're being abused, especially in front of their abuser. There are measures for this. You could this is pissing me off. This fucking counselor's pissing me off.
That's the idea. Do you know that people can lose the will to seek help when they have depression? Stop making excuses and hurry up and save Satoko! I'm not going to forgive you people if something happens to her. You'll end up hurt if you don't do something about this while I'm still asking politely.
I like how they brought up the hypocrisy of the system with the pamphlets about reporting abuse before something bad happens, and the counselors are basically just sidestepping it all and letting it continue. Yeah. The entire scene is so relatable. Feels like he had to deal with this regularly. Probably.
Stop it, Shion. You're making us look bad.
I don't know what her uncle has said to the social worker, but he's a violent guy. Please don't be fooled by him. I just wanted to make that clear. So please, speak with her social worker and persuade them to make the call to save Satoko at once. We ask you that you do this for us.
Some of us were getting emotional, but Mion calmed them down, and Rena summed it up nicely. I stopped speaking to see what she was going to say next.
You mean her caseworker. I understand your concerns. I will tell them that Satoko-san's friends, 3, 4, 5 of her friends came here and made an appeal to us. We will continue to work closely on this case, so please let us know when you have further information. Thank you for supporting the Child Consultation Center, and thank you very much for sharing your valuable time with us today.
So there's a thing with Planned Parenthood where when you check in to every appointment, every single appointment, one of the things it says is like, if we call this number, can we identify ourselves as Planned Parenthood? And that's just one of the measures they have, because like sometimes people are secretly going to Planned Parenthood. Sometimes because Planned Parenthood has like things in like where they can basically take abused people, especially women, out of situations where they're like being abused by their like boyfriends or husbands or something, or like their partners in general. I don't want to be sexist here, but like they have all these measures in place. They have all these questions. They like every time you like go, they ask these things. And that's why I'm just, my mind is like blown, like fucking, like you can't just ask the person being abused, are you being abused, when they're in front of their abuser. That's not something you can do.
This isn't exactly the same situation, and I feel like I have talked about this on stream before, but when I was in high school, I was extremely poor, like to the point where our family couldn't always afford food. And it wasn't often that I would be sent to school without food, but once or twice it did happen. And there was this one afternoon where this happened, and I was just extremely hungry. I was extremely hungry, and I went to one of the guardians who was on duty in the in the playground, the yard, whatever you want to call it. And I said, "Hey, this is the situation. We don't have enough money for food right now. It's just for this one day, and I don't have any money on me, but could I get something from the cafeteria?" And this woman looks at me with a look that only I can describe as disdain, and she walks away.
Ugh.
And I go, "Oh, okay, sure, whatever." And I presumed at that moment that the conversation was over, that I wouldn't get any food, and I just had to deal with that, whatever. I go to class after lunch, and I get called in about 30 minutes into the lesson to the head of year office. And our head of year was a woman who I think lived for the misery of children. I think it fueled her in some sort of spiritual way.
Yeah.
And she said to me, I remember this distinctly, she said, "I heard from Mrs. So-and-so that you're not getting fed at home." And I was just stunned, because that's not what I said in the slightest. And I tried to explain this to her. I was like, "No, that's not what I said. I said this." And then she goes, "Oh, so you're calling Mrs. So-and-so a liar?" And I said, "No." Obviously, she's misinterpreted what I meant. And our head of year just says, "Well, to me, it sounds like you said this thing instead. How about we call up your father and see what he has to say about about this?" And
God.
she called up my dad to ask if I'm not being fed at home. Now let's pick this apart right now. Let's presume that what that on-duty teacher had said to my head of year was 100% accurate. That I wasn't being fed at home, and I was being heavily abused, more so than I was in reality, by my father. She calls him up and asks all these questions that he's obviously not going to admit to. He's not going to say over the phone, "Yeah, I don't feed my kid." That's insane. And I'm just stood there stunned as she's basically lying to him over the phone. Can you imagine if I was in a worse situation, how much danger that would have put me in?
Yeah, like, yeah, I remember you talking about this before, and like, it's so fucking stupid that people like just make kids out to be liars like this all the time. Or just not even just kids, like just people in general about lying or exaggerating their abuse. And like, you weren't lying or exaggerating about abuse. Like you're what you said was misinterpreted. Yes. And it's still like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, and like Opus is talking about this this clinic where they wouldn't let somebody else go in with them. Like, fucking, yeah, or wouldn't let you go in with them. And yeah, that's a precautionary thing that Planned Parenthood, well, it lets you go into the waiting room together, but if, like, once they call your name, you can't go in with them because, like, you could be in an abusive relationship. And if your abuser is there, you are not going to be truthful. And, like, abusers aren't going to be truthful ever either. They're not going to be like, yeah, I beat up my kid, or yeah, I beat up my partner. No! It's so fucking dumb. There's ways to deal with this shit, and this is not the way to deal with it. I have strong feelings about this. You need that privacy to say what you need and want. If someone else is there, it stifles everything. Yes. I have a lot of passion about this because I think I mentioned I grew up talking to a lot of counselors and like child protection services people for reasons I won't really go into, but this is just like there was more sense. There was a lot more sense than these fictional counselors. So I'm just like pissed off about it. Ah! Anyway,
let us continue.
We were still in Okinomiya. We were in the city park, devoid of playing children, staring vacantly up at the madder red sky in silence.
I feel like they didn't really listen to our story. But they also didn't try to kick us out. She's probably just a person who deals with complaints, not the actual social worker that deals with Satoko-chan. That's why she was phrasing everything the way she did.
What did you think about the whole thing, Mion?
Well, it felt like we were wrestling with a tree. We didn't get pushed or pulled.
It was the same as talking to a wall. That's not true. She said they'll forward our information to the social worker. Like I said, she doesn't know Satoko-chan in person, so she didn't really have any stake in it herself.
So you think we accomplished something today, Rena?
I don't think it was a waste of time. But I don't think our passion will be understood by the actual person who was working on the case. She'll just tell them that Satoko Hojo's 5 friends came and requested them to take her into their custody. What about the social worker? Can't we talk to that person directly?
I don't know. I heard it's a very tough job. I think it'd be difficult for us to meet him or her in person. Someone even threatened to hurt them if they didn't do anything while she was still asking them politely. According to Mion, there are lots of problematic clients who show up at the child consultation center, I'm sure. It's not a rare thing for them to get an aggressive visitor like Shion.
It's so difficult to tell them how passionate we are. They might treat us coldly if they took our passion for simple anger.
I thought you were used to talking with government officials, Mion. Can't you talk to them instead of me?
It's not that she's good at talking. They just listen to her because she's Mion Sonozaki. You saw how they treated us today. If she announced herself as a Sonozaki, we wouldn't have been in such a small room. We'd have been speaking to the manager in the reception room, right?
Mion gave a vague smile and didn't comment. Mion's greatest weapon is her family name. Without that weapon, she's just as ordinary as the rest of us. I shouldn't be thinking about this, but if the Sonozaki family forgave Satoko's family, it would be really easy for them to save her.
So, the Sonozaki family still hates the Hojo family? No one has publicly stated that we hate them, but it runs pretty deep.
That hag of a grandmother is the one who hates the Hojo family. Her opinion hasn't changed since we were in the middle of the damn conflict. It's been so many years, but she can't let go of the past. Stop it, Shi-chan. Satoko-chan is Satoko-chan. She's our precious friend. It doesn't matter what her last name is.
Shion went quiet, and there was a silence for a while. Rena was right. Just like how Satoko's last name doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what Mion's last name is either. The important thing is that our friend is being abused right now. We'd have to do everything we can to save her from that situation. We all looked up at the sky as we listened to the sound of cars passing by. We all felt hopeless. We had no idea what to do. Was what we did today going to help Satoko at all? It would have been better if they just kicked us out. That way we could have been angry with them. But after being treated politely like that, we had no choice but to back off and see what they were going to do. We were forced to just wait and see what happens. Everyone was trying to figure out what our next option was. I couldn't expect Chie-sensei to tell us that everything was taken care of at the Board of Education. That would be too good to be true. What shall we do next? I muttered to myself, hoping that someone would respond with a good idea, but the silence reminded me that everyone was just as stuck as me.
Keiichi.
Rika-chan, I'm sorry. I was running my mouth off, but I had no idea what to do now. I have no idea what to do now, even.
I don't believe this.
What? As I looked at her, I realized that the expression on her face was stronger than ever.
You told Shion yesterday. You didn't have a good idea at that moment. But you said you would figure out something. You told her to trust you. So I trusted you. I'm not going to believe it. I'm not going to believe that you would even mention that you have no idea. I'm not going to believe that.
I could see tears in her eyes. Rika-chan was sure that I could do something about the situation.
You said it. You said that fate is as fragile as a thin piece of paper. I'm going to believe your words. I still believe you, because you can easily defeat fate. So, please help. Help us escape this fate. Help Satoko. Help her.
A tear rolled down from the corner of her eye. My heart was feeling the same way. Damn it, damn it, damn it! An innocent girl was becoming a prisoner of a tragic fate. She desperately needed help. I told them that they could trust me. I like the double meaning in that. The fucking prisoner of a terrible fate. Rika and Satoko. That could apply to both of them. In other words, that they could count on me. They could bet on me. Bet on it, sorry. Betting is not an easy thing. If I lost it, they'd lose their coins too. This is Rika. Fuck. What does it mean to trust someone? It's about making a bet on that person. It's about betting a coin. It's about betting hope. Trusting someone is... How do you say that? Tantamount. That's how I said it in my head, but I wasn't sure. Tantamount to placing your hopes in them. Hello, Missla. Told Shion yesterday. Fuck, it is Keiji. I told her to trust me. I like shifting between like slightly feminine and slightly masculine. It's funny. The non-binary. The non-binarism. I didn't say it just because. I knew that those words meant something very serious. But now, after betraying Rika-chan and seeing her tears, I finally realized just how serious it is. I look at Shion. She was in a rage again. Mion tried to calm her down, but she didn't have any ideas either. How about Rena? She's always very reliable in a situation like this. I expected to see her strength. However, Rena also looked depressed. We didn't even know if what we did was a meaningful thing. Rena looked down with a devastated expression on her face, since she couldn't come up with another option either. Damn it. I have to do something for them. Rena's blue fire will melt iron. Mion can be strong when the wind is in our favor. Shion is the same way. They will move forward strongly when the wind is backing them up, but they grow weak when the wind is blowing against them. Despite the whole situation, Rika-chan still believes in us. She believes that we can do something if we all come together. Steel beams. That's right! We all agreed. We said to each other that we can make a miracle happen if we all work together. What am I? If Rena is the blue fire... Fuck, I accidentally skipped that. I'm the red fire. Okay, Keiichi. I burn brightly and give strength to everyone. That's right. I'm Keiichi Maibara. I'm the magician of words. I have to motivate everyone. The blue fire won't light up unless the red fire does too. When the fire is lit, there will be wind.
Mion and Shion will become stronger too. Thank you. You just made me realize something, Rika-chan. Now the flames inside me are really starting to blaze.
Keiichi.
We can't give up now. We're members of the strongest club ever. Nothing can stop us when we get together. I can't become depressed over a small thing like this. Rika-chan woke me up. I just realized how serious it is to have people trust in me. Rika-chan knew our personalities well, and she figured out just who she should motivate first. Whoa! I'm really starting to burn up! Hey, Mion, stop being depressed. This is where we're supposed to get angry, man! Everyone looked at me with wide eyes as they turned at my powerful voice. They were both surprised by my sudden shout, and waiting in anticipation at the vigor of my call. More and more clearly, I could see it. This was Keiichi Maibara's role in this club. I don't think we did anything at the Child Consultation Center. Just like Rena was saying, they're just going to forward a small note saying that the 5 of us made a visitation, but being treated like that has lit the fires of our anger.
You're right. It feels like they gave us the cold shoulder.
We were trying to get them to realize how much danger Satoko is in. We have to fight now. We have no time to be sitting all depressed in the park. Keiichi is woke now, and that's the actual definition of woke. Yes, he is woke now.
But Keiichi-kun, what are we supposed to do next?
Don't tell me that you think we have no more options left. If this was a club activity, you guys would be losing right now. This is fun. I was feeling depressed too, but now I've got a burning passion in my heart. I felt like I was cheering myself up. Why was I being so sad? If I wanted to save Satoko, I had no time to rest. This was like the final seconds of the last round in a boxing match where we were at a disadvantage. If I stand here stupefied, I'll lose my indecision. I'll lose by indecision, so the only option is to press the attack. Was I supposed to give up just because I couldn't knock out the opponent with one punch? No! If I couldn't take him out in one, I'd have to throw 2 or 3 punches. I'd have to try until I could finally knock him out.
You're saying that we're going to go there tomorrow?
Close, but not exactly.
I have no idea what's on your mind. But it sounds very interesting. It isn't like our club to cry ourselves to sleep. We need to turn this headwind around.
Yes, Mion is getting her willpower back too!
That's right. I agree with Keiichi-kun. I'm ashamed that I was so depressed. Let's fight.
I wonder if Higurashi radicalized anyone or how many people it radicalized. I wonder too.
But what exactly are you trying to do?
Remember, everyone, that woman really pissed us off today, but she also told us what our next option is. She never thought she was giving us a hint. She made a huge mistake. On top of that, that next option is something that I'm really good at. What are you talking about, Keiichi?
Keiichi's funny trick.
His funny trick. Let's do the tips and then we can wrap up.
Sounds good to me.
Yippee! New tips. For you.
No. Date. Year.
I'm sorry.
That's supposed to be number, but...
I'm sorry, but like me going for you and then like the pause and then the no. Just absolutely murdered me.
Subject about Satoko Hojo-san. Visitor Keiichi Maibara and 4 other friends. They are requesting protection for Satoko Hojo-san to save her from being abused by her uncle. Already being dealt with? I'm cleaning out the refrigerator, so please remove your personal belongings by this evening.
Oh my god.
That's it.
That's fucking it.
Teppei suspected that Satoko was hiding more money somewhere. But in reality, she had none at all. Teppei had asked her how she survived until now. But she told him that she didn't have any money because she was living with her friend. Teppei had made some money off of illegal gambling. While he had some of that money saved up, he had no intention to use it on living expenses. However, there was no way Satoko didn't have the money. Teppei was convinced of that. Teppei's wife, Satoko's aunt, must have taken away the family bank book when Satoko's parents died in the accident. But her aunt, who also died last year, Satoshi, is gone too. That means Satoko should have hidden the bank book somewhere. However, no matter how much he threatened her, she told him that she didn't know anything about it. He continued to question Satoko, still believing that she was hiding it somewhere. He couldn't beat her because her teacher in the child consultation center would suspect him. So he wouldn't beat her. Instead, he spoke to her in a loud and violent voice and broke furniture in front of her. Threatening people like that is Teppei's forte. However, Satoko continued to claim that she had no clue about the bank book. She didn't seem to be lying. After destroying the whole living room, leaving Satoko frightened like a scared little animal, Teppei finally believed that Satoko had no idea where the bank book was. In that case, where could it be? Teppei had two ideas. One idea was that his wife had hid it somewhere in secret. The other idea was that Satoshi took it after his wife's death and hid it somewhere else. Either way, he was certain that it was hidden somewhere in this house. He told Satoko to clean up the mess he made in the living room and started searching around the house. Teppei was starting to get bored with Satoko. He'd heard that Satoko's parents had a lot of money saved up, but his wife had taken control of that money herself. Since his wife had been quite thrifty, he was sure that she left the bank book somewhere without using it. Once he got his hands on that money, he could move somewhere else entirely. Teppei was still acquainted with a few people from the gambling spot in Gogura. People he used to help out are still hanging out around that area. They still owe him. They should at least let him crash there. It was great that Satoko takes care of all the chores around the house, but Teppei felt uncomfortable about being watched by both the school and the consultation center. Teppei, all too aware that he's a man of violence, couldn't stand living with Satoko without being violent towards her.
Fucked up.
The more he suffered, the stronger his urge to beat up Satoko grew. Since Teppei only knew joy through forcing others who resisted to submit, testing to see how violent he could be before the helpless Satoko resisted him was something he was excited to try eventually.
Jesus Christ.
Still upset over the visitation with a school teacher, Teppei promised himself that he would destroy Satoko's life before leaving the village.
I think we should beat him to death with hammers.
Yeah.
Alright. Chat, what do you think Keiichi's idea is? I have no idea.
While people are typing that out, I think it's such a great comparison to have these two tips back to back of the consultation worker just being like, I don't know, it seems like it's being dealt with, compared to Teppei, who is devoting his life currently to making a little girl cry. It is his current life purpose to ruin this fucking baby.
Yeah. It's insane. And, like, they're not doing shit about it, but that's because they're not dealing with it properly. They're not investigating it properly. It's so fucking stupid. Oh! Free hammers for everyone at the auction. That's what Keiichi's idea is. Yeah, that's what Keiichi's gonna do. It's something to do. It's something to do. Okay. I'm gonna guess Keiichi's idea. I don't remember what the counselor said that maybe gave him a hint on what to do. I don't remember. But I'm gonna think Keiichi at Watanagashi is gonna rally everybody up and they're gonna storm the consultation center. That's my idea, and if I'm right, that's fucking crazy. But That seems like a very Keiichi thing to do, especially since he's going to have so much, like, power over people during the Watanagashi, like, auction. He's gonna do something like that. He's gonna do something with that. That's my theory. I think they should all take hammers and go beat Teppei up. That's what I think. There was something I tried to put a pin in, but I lost it. I was like, I'll put a pin in that and talk about it later, but alas, I have forgotten. So, that's not happening. But I enjoyed this chapter, or this stream, despite it being very heavy on the child abuse.
Yes.
Any of the saw traps. Dude, they take Teppei down to, like, the torture chamber at the Sonozaki's.
Now I'm imagining Oreo Sonozaki as Jigsaw. No, Teppei.
Put him in the contraption!
Oh my god, Yoma, you're my edit person. I'm begging you, like, over the next week or so, can you just, like, edit an Oreo sprite to be Jigsaw, please?
Would you like to play a game?
Mahjong.
It's Mahjong. Fuck! Scary. Yoma needs to start taking commissions for these funny edits.
I've offered to give them money, but they won't take it!
Alright. Guys, I'm gonna figure out who to raid. Oh, there's a thing on Mix It Up where I can do that. Hang on, let me see. Where did I find that? If I can find it again. There was like a thing. It was like find a raid target. And I was like, what? Where is it? And it's like based on like how long they've been going and all that cool shit. Is it over here? Maybe I won't find it after all. Maybe I'll find it eventually. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Nope.
You spent your whole life, Teppei Hojo, devaluing the lives of others. Well, we'll see how much you value life when you have to escape my funny trap.
When you when you have to escape the nerve harvester.
Ew, what the fuck is that?
I need to find that video, but there's this video I'm obsessed with where this dude asks like some fucking AI, I think it's Gemini, hey, I want to get it's my birthday soon and I can't decide between a chocolate cake and a cookie cake. Help me choose. And then the AI is like, this is how I'll torture you, David. First.
Oh my god.
First. The marrow furnace. It's like it just lists all these torture devices, and one of them is the marrow furnace, the nerve harvester, the eyeball crucible. So I want to record that as a Xenobot from Malmakanapa. Alright, who am I rating? I'll figure this out. The ADHD's strong today.
Who are we raiding? Where are we going?
There's Punk Bunny. I've never raided Punk Bunny. Punk Bunny! Punk Bunny's cute. And playing Blueprints. That will be a nice way to, like, chill out. Blueprints is a cute little game. I've considered...
is awesome.
Yeah.
I think you should play it if you have, like, 100 hours.
I don't, but I do play games like that anyway, where I sink hours and hours into nothing.
It's not nothing, there's a great story.
Oh, yeah. Just like Horsey Game. What a great story. That game has no story. But I spend so much time... Stupid. Anyway. Horsing around. Let me double check that I saved. I sure did. End of chapter 6. Yep. Alright, let me close that.
Wait, did I save?
Wait, did I save?
Wait.
I do that like 3 times in a row. Like horsey game. Dude, horsey game has consumed my brain. It's kind of a problem. Alright. We're gonna raid Punk Bunui. In the spirit of Easter arriving soon. We raid Buni.
Yes.
Yes. Unpin. There we go. Punk Bunny. Really good bun. Really good bun. Easter is soon. You know what's tomorrow? Ostada. Ostada is tomorrow. That's the first day of spring. I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna start baking tonight. I'm gonna bake some shit tonight. Cool it. Put it in the fridge. It's gonna be great. I'm making lemon bars. I'm gonna make pancakes and bacon tomorrow. And a strawberry salad. I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited. And I was gonna make drinks, but I don't feel like it. I just have a pre-mixed drink. It's a Long Island iced tea. Anyway. Happy spring, everybody! I'll say it tomorrow as well, because I'm streaming tomorrow night. We're playing Abiotic Factor. Scorch and I are doing that, because I know what to do now. Yippee!
I won't be there.
Cal won't be there. But next week,
Sorry, everybody.